outside the 36th District Courthouse to tell us when we can expect to learn the next step.
Just let the case land. It's in safe hands.
Yeah, Meredith, we will not be learning that decision today as court actually adjourned in the middle of the last witness testimony. That was one of the missing persons investigators with the Detroit Police Department. And it's been an emotional past 3 days as we've heard several witnesses come to the stand. And this could just be the beginning based on what the judge eventually decides tomorrow. Now, the testimony that we've heard the past 3 days is a preview of what we could expect to hear if this case is indeed argued in front of a jury. Tomorrow's pending decision comes with a little bit more significance as it will mark 1 year to the day ZIYAH went missing, January 9th, 2024. Throughout the beginning of the week, we heard the prosecution lay the foundation for arguments about Butts' whereabouts when ZIYAH disappeared, the possibility the two were together after ZIYAH was last seen, and a disturbing pattern of predatory behavior by Jarvis Butts towards his own nieces.
So I wanted to come back and talk about this case. Now, the last time I was live, we didn't go over the text messages and all of that. So I want to put that on the record. I questioned if I was going to do that or not because it's a lot. But I definitely want to document this because it happens a lot. It happens more than people want to admit to. People are aware of it going on and they turn a blind eye. So, yeah, it may be triggering to some, but we are definitely going to talk about ZIYAH. She's a 13 years old little girl who actually went missing because she was kidnapped and unalived by her pedophile auntie's boyfriend, who she had 5 kids by when she was a minor, from my understanding. So we're going to go through the text messages. Then we're going to go through a video where the family tells their story. So this is a little inside information plus what's on the record. Welcome in, everybody. Please smack the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not. If you hear on a replay, please drop down and let me know what you think about this. And also be sure to subscribe to the channel and smack that thumbs up. It is so very important. Please smack the thumbs up if you hear listening in, even on a replay.
On December 10th, 2023 at 9:31 p.m. UTC. And that site is plannedparenthood.org /blog/can I use herbs to have an abortion at home?
And we'll be bringing you updates throughout the day tomorrow, starting at 10 o'clock. That's when we will finish up that witness testimony and hear whether or not this case will be sent to trial. But for now, reporting live outside the 36th District Courthouse in downtown Detroit, I'm Jack Springate, CBS News, Detroit.
All right, thanks, Jack, for that live report.
Okay, so the messages that we are going to be listening to is coming from a channel called Justice is a Process. So y'all could check that channel out. They covered a lot of the news. I mean, they had footage that I couldn't find nowhere else. So that's why we're listening in on this. And again, trigger warning. Okay? And if you're under 18, you shouldn't be here anyway. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Now, I want to just backtrack a little bit before getting back to the messages. You had stated yesterday that when you searched Mr. Butt's home, you had found some guns.
Yes.
Did you, in any other searches, did you find any other kind of weapons?
Yes.
And what were the, well, first, where were they found and what were they?
She said before getting back to the message.
When we had searched Neff, there was a firearm inside the vehicle. The same vehicle that had Mr. Butt's phone. That firearm was later determined to be registered to Tashiana. When we searched Mr. Butt's car, there were several like kitchen knives in there throughout the car.
Welcome in, BFF.
There was the weapons that were inside his home. And I believe that was as far as any weapons. There might have been some other type of blunt instrument or something, but nothing significant that I documented.
Okay. And Mr. Butt's vehicle that Escalade was processed,
Yes,
and those items were sent to the lab.
yes,
And that's along with Miss Latricia Johnson's Nissan.
yes.
Okay. Now, I want to talk in your training and experience, having been with police for 24 years. Have you seen types of wounds made through clothing?
Yes,
Okay. Now, you saw the black hoodie that was recovered had some holes in the head, in the hood area.
yes.
Okay. Now, are you familiar with what, like either some sort of like sharp object or a gun or something of the sort? Are you familiar with what that would look like through clothing?
And yeah, at this point, I'm going to object. I think the answer would call for her to speculate on what caused these wounds.
I'm not asking her to say what caused the holes.
Call the holes. My
In this
apologies.
specific
Yeah.
case, but in her
correct.
experience.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
you may be objecting after a few questions, but for this one, overruled.
Yeah, so throughout the hundreds of scenes that I've been to, various scenes, whether they may be fatal stabbing, it may be a blunt force trauma, I've responded and processed many gunshot scenes. When there's clothing where a weapon was used, you do see that type of tearing. It could be from a bullet hole, it could be from a knife, it could also be from a struggle or pulling.
Okay. And just to be clear, you don't know how those holes got in the hood of that black hoodie.
Correct.
Okay. But those holes could be, in your experience, consistent with things that you have observed in your training and experience as it relates to struggles, stabs, bullets, things of that sort.
Correct.
Okay. Now, on Mr. Buck's phone, after that January 9th text to Neziah saying, okay, was there any other texts to Neziah's number after that date?
From Mr. Butt's phone?
Yes.
No.
There was no attempts to reach Neziah's number on Mr. Butt's phone.
There was no contact between Mr. Butt's phone and the text now number after that.
Okay. And in your role in this case, did you go through Neziah's kind of social media records and things like that?
Yeah, so I searched it. There's a weather site where you can search the dates in the city.
Yourself, look at the phone location data that was on Tijuana's phone.
Yeah, so even before we extracted the phone, when she was in there in the interview, she had given me consent to look at her phone. She wasn't quite sure how to get to the locations. She had Google on her phone. So we went to the Google Maps, went to her timeline, and then specifically.
For, here, may I go?
The red dot is gonna identify 20,000 Harper, which was the Park Crest Motel.
And on page 4 of 4, there is a lighter purple dot along with that red dot. What does the purple dot indicate?
That dot is gonna indicate 4 East Alexandrine.
And that's the first page. And the second page is, what would those include?
The next page is, includes searches that I located inside that Google return that we received from Google.
Okay. And does that document fairly and accurately depict what it is you received back from Google as it relates to a search warrant for jarvisbutts82@gmail.com.
Yes.
And I move for the admission of people's proposed exhibit. I forgot. 63.
Any objection?
No objection.
To be admitted as people 63?
Okay, now I want to go back to the first page. And use it with the subscriber information. Tell me, who is the subscriber?
So it has a Google account ID number, then it gives a name that says Jarvis Butts. It has an email address, jarvisbutts82@gmail.com. There's also a phone number that's connected to it, which is 313-585-8719.
And is there a birthday associated with that?
Yes, November 21st, 1982.
And moving on to the searches, what dates do those searches encompass?
These searches are December 9th.
Of what year?
Yep, December 9th, 10th, and 11th of 2023.
Okay. And it's fair to say that those are the entirety of all of the searches from those days.
It is not all of them, no.
Those are just select ones from the Google return.
Yes.
All right. Starting with December 9th, tell me which ones that we have in that exhibit.
So the first, you want me to read the ones that are just highlighted, or you want me to start at the top of here? So.
The ones that are highlighted.
Okay.
Just start with the ones that are highlighted.
Yep, so this search was December 9th, 2023 at 3:32 UTC time. So you would actually have to subtract 5 hours, which would make it the night of December 8th. And the site is, what's visited, it's Drink Me and Abort Your Baby, the Herbal Abortion Tea by Maya.
Okay. And what about the next one after that?
There is a site that's visited on December, it says here December 10th, 2023 at 9:32 p.m. UTC, so -5. And the site visited is plannedparenthood.org/learn/abortion/the abortion pill.
And yes, the next
search is immediately after that, so December 10th at 9:32 p.m. UTC, the abortion pill, get the facts about medication abortion. There is a search that was conducted before that on December 10th, 2023 at 9:31 p.m. UTC. And that site is plannedparenthood.org/blog/can I use herbs to have.
So I want to give a little background for the people that don't know. So this case is concerning ZIYAH Harris. And so the background, the prosecutor said that Butts was supposed to turn himself in on the 9th. He was supposed to turn himself in on a gun charge January 9th. So he felt like he needed to get rid of her before he turned himself in. But they ended up pushing that back to February, right? And so it says here that he was supposed to turn himself in to authorities on a gun charge on January 9th, 2024, the day that ZIYAH went missing. But the date was pushed back to February. Allegedly, Harris allegedly met up with Butts that day, and the two reportedly went to Ypsilanti before returning back to Detroit, where Butts checked into a motel. Text records alleged that Butts knew Harris was pregnant and that he began searching online about abortion pills and drinking antifreeze and all this stuff. So the last known photograph of ZIYAH was taken on January 9th on her tablet when she was in school. And she had on clear glasses, had her hand up like she was waving goodbye or hello, but it really was saying goodbye. Let me pull that picture up. It's actually the picture that they ended up using on her missing, one of her missing flyers, at least this one. So she knew then, she had plans to meet up with him, got off the bus, and then just disappeared. But I don't know if they said, I'm sure they said it, but I didn't hear, because I didn't hear everything. But I heard that he picked her up. He had picked her up from the bus stop. But I don't know if they got that recorded or not. But let me read this. So, Butts checked into a motel. Text records allege that he knew that she was pregnant. He had searched for how to try to render this himself, basically. He was a loser. He didn't even have no money. The last known photograph of ZIYAH was taken January 9th. She went missing after leaving school that day. Well, she was seen other places with him too. Authorities believe Butts have been abusing her since 2022, which would have been before her aunt Shannon moved in with the grandmother, which ZIYAH was living with the grandmother. Shannon, her auntie, and the 5 kids that was actually his, they moved in 2023. So he was doing this before they even left the house. And it was said that she spent a lot of time with her aunt Shannon. So I don't know how these people didn't know. And then if that don't make matters worse, we do know that the auntie and the grandmother did know that he was a pedo. They knew that he had spent time in jail. They knew all of the stuff, but it didn't stop them. They literally read a message where the Aunt Shannon messaged old Butts here and said, "Do you need ZIYAH for anything?" What you mean, do you need her for anything? So it's like they was letting this dude have his way. And now everybody want to act like they don't know what's going on, allegedly.
Have an abortion at home.
But let me finish this, because I didn't even finish reading this, y'all. So authorities believe that he knew, okay. Authorities believe that Butts had been abusing her since 2022, before he unalived her January of 2024. Prosecutors said that he had a history of targeting and befriending women to get close to and abuse their daughters. And he was getting more bold and more comfortable with this. This is why the grandmother was kept saying, no, he didn't come to our house. He didn't come inside my house, which would make sense if he had children there. Like, you didn't trust him to come into your house, but you trusted him to pick up your granddaughters. Makes no sense to me. Then they didn't even look for her until the next day. According to the father, who's now deceased, he said that Shannon never even came out of the house to look for her. So it's not the only abuse case that he was involved with. He also had been charged with reportedly abusing 2 other girls, as well as a conviction in 2005 for a 13-year-old. Prosecutors called Butts a serial child, exactly, who assaulted an 8-year-old family member and a girlfriend's 4-year-old daughter, who he reportedly gave chlamydia to. He was charged on September 27, 2024, as a habitual 4th-time offender. That's crazy. And wait till y'all hear what she says about that, because we're going to listen at what Shannon had to say and what she felt about giving people second chances and all that.
And in that phone extraction that you went through of Mr. Butts, that Detective Markle had admitted. Were you able to go through, and I know you had mentioned there was a Text Now app and Text Now phone numbers that have been associated with ZIYAH.
Yes.
When you went through Mr. Butt's phone extraction,
thank you, River Rat. Welcome to my channel.
Text Now
I appreciate that.
numbers.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. You'll take any man. It don't matter what he did. As long as you get it greased up. They say the man had a granny.
Do you recall?
In a trial chat. Oh, yep, I heard that too.
What was on his phone? First of all, did you eventually do a search warrant for?
I did hear that he allegedly had all of them. You know, I don't know how true that is though, and I don't remember if the family said that, but they probably wouldn't be aware of that. But we gonna see, because we definitely gonna listen in. The family, you know, they're not protecting them at all. But of course, people blaming them too, though.
Or Text Now?
Yes.
Okay. And did you receive messages back from Text Now?
Yes. So the initial Text Now messages, again, DPS had done those and they had only gone back like a week. I had another search warrant submitted to Text Now and requested to go back to January 1st of 2023.
Okay. And when you found these text Now messages on Mr. Butt's phone, did those include all of the messages that you got back from Text Now, or just only parts?
It's all the messages through Text Now that were to that number that was assigned that ZIYAH was using on Text Now.
That's what you got back from Text Now?
Yes.
But I'm talking about on Mr. Butt's phone.
Oh, Mr. Butt's phone specifically was just the messages from Text Now between him and ZIYAH.
Okay. And did it include everything that you received back from Text Now, or?
No.
Okay. And Shannon, may I approach?
Yes.
Approaching with Nicole's proposed exhibits 46 and 47. Can you tell me, in exhibit 46, do you recognize what I handed you?
Yes, this is a extraction report for a iPhone, and it was for phone number account 313-585-8719. And this is the section in that extraction about messages.
Okay. And is that exhibit, proposed exhibit 46, is that a fair and accurate depiction of the messages that were on Jarvis Butt's phone between his phone number and the number 213-743-3173?
231, yes. 231.
231.
Yes.
Sorry, numbers. 231-743-3137.
Yes.
Okay. And those are the ones that you had seen on Mr. Butt's phone.
Correct.
And I move for the admission of people's proposed exhibit 46.
No objection.
It'll be admitted as People's 46.
And those cover a period of October 7th, 2023 through November 23rd, 2023. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. And now I want to show you proposed exhibit 47. Do you recognize what I handed you in 47?
Yes, this is another extraction from the phone, and this is under the message section.
Okay. And is that a fair and accurate depiction of the messages that you went through on Mr. Butt's phone to the number 313-379-5882?
Yes.
Okay. And I would move for the admission of people's proposed exhibit 47.
No objection, Your Honor.
It'll be admitted as People's 47. Can you repeat that phone number?
Yep, 313-379-5882.
Thank you.
Thank you. And those would be from the date period of September 26th, 2022 through September 30th, 2022.
Yes.
And now I want to show you what's already been admitted as people's exhibits 15 and 16. And these are already admitted. These are certified copies of text now messages. So I want to talk specifically about subscriber information within them. In People's 15, is there a subscriber as it relates?
Yes.
Okay, and who's that subscriber?
Excuse me. You need to let me hear. I can't hear you with your back turned.
Okay, so is there a subscriber as it relates to that?
Yes.
Who is that?
The username on here is Kenyatta Harris 955.
And are you familiar with the Kenyatta Harris?
Yes.
And how is it that you're familiar with her?
That is ZIYAH's biological mother.
And is there, on the next page, is there a phone number that is associated with that account? It might be on the subscriber information too.
Yes.
And what's that phone number?
313-379-5882.
And what is the period of usage for which the subscriber Kenyatta Harris had that phone number?
The phone ownership is from September 24, 2022 through November 8, 2022.
And for the subscriber information in People's 16, can you tell me who was the subscriber there?
The subscriber here, the username is ZIYAH Harris 74.
And is there a phone number associated with that?
Yes.
What's that phone number?
231-743-3137.
Okay. And is there a phone ownership date period for that?
Yes.
What's that date period?
January 1st, 2024 to February 6th, 2024.
Okay. Are you familiar with the location of 17500 East Warren Avenue in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Madam, may I approach?
Yes.
Somebody's already admitted. And showing you people's 4, 5, and 6 already admitted. How is it that you're familiar with that location?
This is Frank's Auto Repair. It's located on Warren, right at Neff, 17500 East Warren. This is a location that Jarvis Butts worked at prior to working at 9000 Connor.
And that's in the city of Detroit, Wayne County?
Yes.
Now, did you yourself, I want to go into the interviews with Mr. Butts.
Yes.
Did you interview Mr. Butts?
Yes.
Okay. I want to start in September 24th, 2022. What age had ZIYAH just turned?
In 22,
Yes.
she would have just turned 12.
Now, do you have a set of these the messages from the 231 number?
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to go through those. And there are sections that are highlighted.
Trigger warning,
Follow
y'all.
along.
Trigger warning.
What is the first
Let me
message
pause
that is
this.
sent?
It is sent on.
So this may be triggering to some. So she's reading the text messages between 13-year-old ZIYAH Harris and Jarvis Butthole Butts. And so yeah, I just wanted to give y'all a warning. Welcome in, everybody. Thank y'all for being here. Welcome in, Teresa. Who's this person cussing? I'm sure they gone by now. Get the hell out of here. It's too slow for you.
March 4th, 2023 at 23:35 UTC. It's sent to Jarvis's 8719 number, and it says, "It's me, ZIYAH."
Okay. And just for clarification purposes, all the messages within this exhibit are sent to Jarvis's 8719 number.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want to jump to March 16th of 2023. There's a highlighted message there. Can you read that one?
Yeah. So just before that, the UTC time on here, just so I'm not having the math throughout, from March 10th to November 3rd, it would be -4 hours. So any date that falls within those days would be -4. Any dates outside of those ranges would be -5 hours.
You said that's
But I'm going to read it off of here with the time is stamped and date.
okay. You said that's March 10th through November
3rd,
Okay, that's -4 UTC.
-4, yes.
Okay. So continue with that.
Yep, so March 16th, 2023 at 0006 hours, she receives a message from Jarvis that says, "Stop messing with people and just be mine."
And was that deleted?
No.
Now, moving on to
This really, it totally reminds me of Jonathan Kules and Ayanna Sawyer, how he messed with her head so much. And this is a 13-year-old. Let's keep in mind that it started at the age of 12 in 2022, where people act like they didn't know what was going on. Come on, man.
moving on to May 3rd, 2023. There's a set of highlighted messages. Can you read those?
Yeah, so these messages are May 3rd, 2023, starting at 15:06. Jarvis sends a message that says, "I'm coming to get you." Immediately after, ZIYAH replies, "What you mean?" Jarvis then replies to her, "You heard me." Immediately after that, ZIYAH replies to Jarvis, "You can't do that." Then sends another message immediately after, which is now still 15:07 hours, that says, "I'm finna go to lunch, love you."
And were any of those messages deleted?
No.
Now moving to May 30th of 2023.
May 30th, 2023 at 13:01 hours, she sends a message to Jarvis that says, "I miss you." At 13:02 hours, he replies back, the letters IMU, and then the number 2.
And were either of those deleted?
No.
And what about starting with May 31st of 2023?
May 31st, 2023, this is at 13:37 hours. He sends her a message that says, "I can't stop thinking about you either." The next message then goes and is now June 5th, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. Well, 11:59 UTC. She sends a message to Jarvis. "Hey, you may think I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. My phone broke." At 12 o'clock, another message is sent. "So I will text you off this number." At 12:01, same date, she sends him a message. "Are you mad at me?" At 12:01, he replies back to her, "Yes." At 12:02, she replies back the letter Y. At 12:03, she sends, please don't be mad. At 12:04, she sends, can you tell me why you mad at me, yes or no? At 12:05, he replies to her saying, I haven't seen or talked to you.
Okay, now there's, well, first, were any of those deleted?
No.
Okay, now I want to actually go to one that I did not highlight. 12:08, June 5th, 12:08, and 28 UTC through June 5th, 12:08, and 49 UTC. Can you read those?
Those three?
Yes.
Okay, so June 5th, 2023, 12:08, 28 seconds. He sends her a message with the letters WYA. At 12:08, 35 seconds, she replies, school. 12:08, 49, he sends her a message that says, I'm at your house.
And now I want to go, actually, can you keep reading through June 5th at 12:09? Oh. 12:09 and 4 seconds.
So just one more message down?
Yeah, just keep reading it.
Okay. 12:08, June 5th, he had sent to her, I'm at your house. At 12:09 and 4 seconds, she says, damn, we was just. Then immediately after that is another text that says, there. Then at 12:11, she sends him, you bet not be in my room. At 12:12, she sends, I need another phone. At 12:13, she sends, I miss you. At 12:14, he sends her a message that says, I stole your panties.
Now, question, was he in the house with the auntie while he's sending her messages? Like, I mean, because they said that the grandmother said that he was never in her home. So he's roaming all in her bedroom. And what is the aunt doing? Like, how big is this house they was living in?
Okay. And now were any of those messages deleted?
No.
Now I want to go to June 16th. There's some highlighted messages there.
June 16th, 2023, at 2:50 a.m. and 25 seconds, she sends to Jarvis, didn't I make you come faster than ever? On June 17th, at 8:59 and 06 seconds, she sends to Jarvis, I'm sorry for making you mad, but do you ever think how I feel knowing that I can't have you to myself, but you have me to yourself? And no, I'm not seeing anybody else, I swear.
Now, let's keep in mind that this bastard been knowing this little girl since she was 2 years old. 2.
And were either of those deleted?
No.
Now
But I also just read that he gave a 4-year-old chlamydia. So let that sink in.
Go down on the page to June 23rd. Just that better highlighted.
Yep. June 23rd, 2023 at 23:54 hours, she sends a message to Jarvis, the letter U, then you going to hit it from the back again with question marks. At the next day,
you know, and he was just flat out just like he didn't care. And then you want to play fix it up and take her out at the end. But you knew what you were doing. And unfortunately, they couldn't prove nothing about the family and stuff, though. But I wonder if charges will come down on them or not, or if they'll be able to prove it later. I don't know if they even look for that or not. But just based off of what the judge said in her last statement to Jarvis and how she talked about the family, like she ain't so sure that they didn't know, you know? And it makes me wonder, you know, did they? Like, if you knew that this is the time, this is what I'm looking at. They said that the grandmother was pregnant at 11 years old. So that means that something happened to her and somebody did that. And then ZIYAH, her mother, was pregnant at the age of 13, from my understanding. So it's a whole lot going on in that household to young girls, including the matriarch of the house. You know what I'm saying? So how do you not know if it happened to you? You know what it looks like. You should know. A part of me wonders, like, did they want to just keep this going in the family? I don't know, but it's just hard to believe that you wouldn't suspect nothing of a guy that you know spent 10 years behind bars for doing this already. You know, it ain't no doubt that they knew this. Yet you allowed him to pick up little girls like that. That's the part right there. Because, yeah, people get second chances. You know, but not with your child, they shouldn't. You shouldn't give a person a second chance to do that to your child. If you know that they got that in them, that's a sickness that they don't get over. It's like an addiction or something. It's a craving. It's disgusting. But that's what it is, and it never goes away. That's why they can spend 10 years behind bars and come out and do the same exact thing. That's how his girlfriend can be sleep in one room and he on the couch with the kid. You know what I'm saying? And not even thinking about how you gonna explain this. If they come in here and see you on the couch, what you gonna say? They'll figure it out when it happens. You know what it takes to get somebody pregnant, yet you take that chance. Just sick. And these kind of people can't be helped, in my opinion.
Which is now June 24th at 19:11 hours. He sends her a message that says, "Send me some pictures, please."
Yeah, third or fourth time.
At
Yeah.
19:20, she replies,
Crazy.
"Don't you still got the other pics?" At 19:47, he replies to that and
But
says,
listen,
"No."
I heard Shannon say out of her own mouth that if these people gave him a second chance, she can too. That's what she said. Something very close to that, if it wasn't exactly.
That's crazy. At 2019 hours, she sends to him, "I will send some."
And now moving through to June 26th. There's a set highlighted there. Oh wait, sorry. First, those ones that you just read, were those deleted?
Yes.
Okay. Now moving to June 26th.
June 26, 2023 at 16:31 hours, she sends a message to Jarvis that says, "Call me when you have time." At 16:33 hours, he replies back to her, "I want some pussy." At 16:33 hours and 50 seconds, she replies back to him, "You can have some." At 16:39 hours and 41 seconds, he replies to ZIYAH, "When?" At 16:49 hours and 28 seconds, she sends to Jarvis, "Whenever you come get me." At 21:16 hours, she sends to Jarvis, "Call me, want to tell you something, SUM." At 21:24 hours, she sends a message to Jarvis that says, "You can get some today." At 21:24.
No, what I meant, BFF, like when I was covering the case of Jonathan Kules with the Ayanna Sawyer case, Ayanna was on the couch sleeping with her cousin, and this dude came on the couch, got up on the couch with her, and still did this with her cousin's knowledge. This is how comfortable they get. And then the woman, her auntie, was in the bed. So he was sleeping in the bedroom with his woman. In the middle of the night, he creeps out into the living room where the children are to do what he did. Just sick. That's what I'm saying. They take chances out of this world. doing, I mean, you know what it takes to get somebody pregnant, and you do it, and then you make it her issue and take her out because of that. And then she was young, looking for love. Her mother wasn't around, her father wasn't around, and obviously she wasn't getting the attention she needed at home. You know, it's no fault of hers. She was groomed. It wasn't her fault. She was a child, and she paid the ultimate price for this. It was the adults around her that knew that this guy knew his record, knew that he spent 10 years behind bars, knew the accusations. Because I'm finding out that there was a girl that was over to the house in the basement. This dude, I'm hearing that he asked her for fellatio. That's what I'm hearing. And she goes upstairs and tells Shannon. And then Shannon calls her mom, and her mom tell her, oh, I'll talk to the kids tomorrow or something weird like that. And it's like, you continue to have babies by this person that you know that he's actively seeking children.
She sends
and it seemed like they feeding them to him.
Another message that says you can get some pussy today.
And were any from that that's deleted?
Yes.
And it's really heartbreaking to hear these messages because she will never know what love is. I mean, the way that he's talking to her, the way that she's talking to him is mirroring what he's taught her. That's how he talked to her. He's the one that taught her everything about that, right? That's all she know. Not even knowing that is, what she's saying or how disrespectful that is to yourself, to, just to call somebody and say, hey, we effing. This all I want, basically. I mean, what else? There was one time when in these messages where she said, what else we gonna do? Yeah, because that's it. That's all it was about. But she thought it was love. But the adults, they did nothing. The sad thing is, from my understanding, Shannon was 16. Now, her cousin said she was 16 when she had kids by him, and he's 10 years older, so he was 26 then. Now, if we go by what Shannon says, she said she was 19, so he was 29 then. Either way, she was an underage girl also who just had kids by him. So with that being said, how do the grandmother not know? The grandmother was there for that. I mean, ZIYAH wasn't nowhere around back then. Well, she was around. She was around because she was 13, but she was very young. Or maybe I'm confusing my dang self. But I don't know what year. I don't know exactly when this happened. I think she said she was 30 or 31. Shannon, the aunt, and I think they said Jarvis is 42.
Now moving to June 27th. There's stuff that's highlighted. Can you read those, please?
Yes. June 27th at 7:55 UTC.
So again, I mean, you already know he got an appetite for a young girl because it happened to you. The mother know what it looked like too, and if it's true that he messed with all of them, that's too much. That's sick.
There is a incoming call to ZIYAH from Jarvis that is listed as a missed call, and the name on here that she has this number saved is Bae for Life, BAE, the number 4, and then life. Then at 7:56, he sends her a text that says, "Are you naked yet?" At 7:58, she replies to him and says, "No, I don't want to get naked." At 7:59, she replies, "Are you mad that I didn't get naked?" At 8:01 hours, he sends to her, "I used to you telling me no." At 8:06, still on June 27th, he sends her a message that says, she sends him a message that says, come on, babe, I'm sorry, just not in the mood right now, I'm sorry.
Okay, and were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Okay, now, jumping to just a little later in the day, on June 27th, there's set highlighted.
So on June 27th, now at 16:24 hours, he sends her a message that says, but I can't nut inside you, so it's different. At 16:25, she replies, why you can't? Didn't you do it before? At 16:25 and 40 seconds, he replies, but I had to buy a pill to do so. At 16:26, she replies to him, yeah, you right. At 16:26, 28 seconds, she sends, but what you doing, but it's abbreviated WYD. At 16:28 and 45 seconds, she sends to him, are you busy? With a question mark. And those were deleted.
Thank you.
Did you, Teresa?
Now,
Crazy.
jumping forward to June 28th.
On June 28th, so this next set in here, they're all sent from ZIYAH to Jarvis.
Yes.
And they start at 17:10 on June 28th, 2023. And it starts off as, hey, I didn't go see nobody. I swear I came straight back. At 17:11, my friend lived right down the street. She didn't answer, so I came back and went to sleep. The next message, babe, please, I'm sorry. Immediately after that, she says, I didn't sneak out for nobody, I swear. 17:12, 58 seconds, she says, I know you're having a rough day, but I swear I'm not lying. At 17:14, she sends, babe, please, I swear I didn't go see no niggas. 17:14, she sends, I don't talk to nobody but you. 17:15, she sends, I was only out for 5 or 10 minutes, I came straight back. 17:15 and 56 seconds, you didn't respond to none of my messages,
Yep,
so I
I've
thought
seen
you were
that.
asleep, so I went to sleep. 17:17, why won't you believe anything I tell you? I'm not like other girls. There is no need for me to lie to you. 17:18, you said I'm all yours, but you acting like it. You are overthinking it. I just want to be yours. 17:19, please stop ignoring my calls. You don't want me to see nobody, and I'm not. 17:20, babe, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. 17:21, I promise you there is no one else. 17:24, if you don't believe me, I will send you my Instagram password.
Now, these next messages from 17:24 to 17:25, don't read what the username and passwords are, just that it's sent.
So the next message is she's sending her Instagram username and a password along with her Gmail email, and
He goes back to court January 16th, TBZ.
giving the password to that as well.
Okay, and now starting again with 17:26.
So on June 28th, still 17:26, the next message is still all being sent to Jarvis from ZIYAH are, I hope you believe me now. You really don't want to believe me, but I will tell you the truth every time. Immediately after that, I just want to make your day better, babe. I'm sorry. Feel free to log in at any time or go through my messages. Now at 17:42, she sends, I only want to be with you. At 18:09, babe, I'm sorry for not telling. I swear I will next time, please. Still 18:09, babe, I love you. Please call me back. Now at 18:18, come on, babe, please. At 18:19, so what if I will be able to get out tonight and I'm calling you and texting you, are you still going to ignore me? At 18:21, she sends, you are so busy, I feel like you don't want me. This is why I don't open up to you, because if I do, you get mad and don't want to talk. So how am I going to trust you? I do, but you don't trust me. It's up to if you want to be with me or not. At 18:45, she sends, I didn't do anything wrong. I don't get why you so upset. At 18:46, all I tried to do is make you happy, but clearly I'm not enough for you. Cut me off. I don't anymore. You FRL, for real. Never even fucked with me. All I want is you to love me. At 18:47, I tried so hard, but you don't understand that. I'm sorry if you feel like I'm cheating, but I'm not. I gave passwords and all that and all. What more do I have to prove I'm not cheating? Now this message is when Jarvis actually finally replies, which is at 18:55. He sends to her, I'm working low.
And were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Now, moving on to June 29th.
June 29th.
June 29, 2023 at 21:44 hours. She sends to Jarvis, when you off work. At 21:49, she sends, pick me up before you pick up Janiyah. At 22:02, she sends, hope to see you soon. At 22:47, she sends, I'm never getting out of this hellhole. At 22:48, he replies with the letter Y. 22:48, she sends, she will never let me out. It's so boring over here. 22:50, she sends, well, I will, she has the word she on here, UTM. And then the very next text after that, it says, I will see you tomorrow. Then at 22:50, he replies to her, or tonight.
And were those messages
Welcome
deleted?
in,
Yes.
Spitfire.
Now, continuing on June 29th.
June 29th, 22:52 hours. ZIYAH sends, are you still picking up Janiyah? 22:53, he replies, when? 22:53, she sends to him, today. At 22:53, he replies back, no. 22:53, 18 seconds, she sends the letter Y. 22:53, he sends back to her, it's just me and you. At 22:53, he sends another message that says, because I was never picking her up. At 22:53, she replies, okay, I really like that it's only me and you. 22:54, he sends back, you really didn't want her there, no way. At 22:54, she replies, I know I didn't want her there. 22:55, he replies to her with the letter Y. 22:55, she sends back, does she do too much and you mine? 22:57, Jarvis replies to ZIYAH saying, meaning. 22:58, he then sends, and Shan said that she said no. Then the next message from him is for today.
So my thing is, how do you explain picking up one kid and not the other to go to the shop if they both help you there? And then she said that she doing too much, you mind. Janiyah is his child, correct? So when the grandmother was on the stand, she was saying, that he would help, he would pick up her and Janiyah to help at the shop, or whoever said that, whichever one of them said that. How do he ever come and pick up one without the other? How do you explain that? It's like obviously it was no type of communication about this. It's like they had an unspoken understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, they checking his phone and his text messages. So if he was communicating with the family like that, they would have caught that. You would have thought. So it's almost like, he was sneaking and doing that, but they knew what was going on. And then the grandmother was claiming, oh, I took her tablet, I would take her phone so she wouldn't be on social media and all this stuff. Like, social media was the least of your concerns, man. She wasn't on no social media too much. She was texting.
6.
How you miss all this?
Jarvis, I know she said no for today. And then at 23:07, ZIYAH sends, the meaning is you're mine and mine only, the dick and all you're mine and will stay mine. At 23:14, she sends, I want to know the meaning when you say I'm yours. The date on here is now June 30th at 00:16 hours. Jarvis replies to her and says, all of you. Immediately after that, your mind, body, and soul. At 00:17 hours, he sends to ZIYAH, the pussy, ass, mouth, legs, arms, face, and then he has the word everything in all caps.
Y'all hear all that? That's crazy.
At 01:19 hours, she replies, oh, really? And then there's some type of emoji. Immediately after that, she says, want to see that tomorrow? And it's the same little symbols on there. At 02:47 hours, he sends back to her, meaning. It's now 06:03 hours. She sends to him, when we fuck. Then at 06:24 hours, he sends a message to her, what you doing, but it's just the letters WYD.
And were those messages all deleted?
Yes.
Okay. Now moving later in the day to June 30th.
June 30th at 22:18 hours, Jarvis sends to ZIYAH, I'm outside. Then the next message is at 23:36 hours, he sends to ZIYAH, go take them panties off. At 23:37 hours, ZIYAH sends, are we going to the room?
Wait, where's 23:37? Where at 11, 12 o'clock at night? Where's our people at? How is this even happening? And nobody knows. How?
23:37, Jarvis replies, IDK, meaning I don't know. 23:38, she sends to him the letters PLS, for please. 23:38, he replies to her the letter Y. 23:39, she replies back and says, because we got more space. 23:39, he then sends a message to her that says, to do. She then immediately replies, to fuck, WYM, or what you need.
We got more space. Why do they have more space? What?
Then immediately after that, she sends to him, we going or what?
And moving forward to July 1st. Oh, first of all, were any of those messages just deleted?
All of these were deleted.
Okay. Now to July 1st.
July 1st, 2023 at 14:31, she sends a message to Jarvis that says GM for good morning. At 15:22, he replies GM Twitter. At 15:24, she sends back, whatever, I was tired. And at 15:28, she sends, still my dick though. At 15:28, he sends to her.
Okay, I don't know what time zone. 15:28. That is saying good morning and stuff. That I'm confused. I noticed she calculated the time at one point because it's UTC time and take 5 hours away. But I don't know. I don't know if these is the accurate time. Why would she say it if it wasn't at the time though? Why would she read them out like that? So I'm assuming that those are the actual times. 15 something is 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
There's 3 letter B's, so it's VVV.BE and then a space N and then the uppercase Q and the lowercase q, as we know. He then sends another message at 15:28 with the words no. At 15:29, she sends, okay, fine. Yo, pussy, my dick. He then replies to her at 15:38, who said? She sends back to him, me, it's your pussy.
And were those deleted?
Yes.
And I want to stay on that same page for a second. Sorry.
Welcome in, BDB.
The messages on July 1st starting from 1907 to 2135.
1907 to 20. Wait, 7 to 9.
July 1st, 1907, he sends a message to her that says, I'm trying to fuck. At 1952, she replies back, okay. At 1952, she sends a message that says, WSP.
I will cuss somebody clean the hell out talking to me like that. I'm just saying. And like I said, that this is what he grooming her for, to be exactly as vulgar as he is. That is no way to talk to nobody. Like, I mean, just disgusting piece of shit. I can't shorten that at all. Like, this dude, and did y'all pay attention to how he's walking around? It's like he got beat down. It's like he black and blue up under them clothes. I don't know. I do wonder what happened to him though. He's limping, he's stiff, he's acting like he's in pain. I'm curious to know if his bruises up under that face mask or not.
Meaning, what's up? Then at 21:34, she sends, you still coming, or you was playing about trying to fuck? At 21:35, he replies back to ZIYAH, I'm serious.
And were those deleted?
Yes.
And now moving on to July.
So at 9:30 and all this, where's the parents at? Where's the grandmother? Where's the aunt at? Man, this dude is disgusting, because at the same time that he doing all this, he got her aunt, then he got a fiance that allegedly that testified, then another woman. Like, he driving these women cars. He's sticking in anything that he can, and I don't know when he wasn't sticking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guarantee you he would leave one and jump right with the other one without even washing his behind. I'm sure that's how busy this dude was, and he was doing all of this stuff to be able to manipulate them for whatever he needed. Some of them he was using their vehicles. The one chick got up there and said that sometime he would walk there he would walk to her place from the shop. He was meeting these females at the shop, as a matter of fact. Oh yeah, he fixed my car or whatever. So he's meeting them there. He's just disgusting. Like, I mean, it should have fell off if it didn't. Maybe Bubba and them will help him with that. But this dude was just like, he had nothing. All he did, like, he got with females with low self-esteem, because they all have something in common: fat, black, and ugly. Okay, I shouldn't have said that live, but I mean, it slipped out kind of. But yeah, those was the kind that I'm noticing, right? So he's a freaking loser, and he uses his looks, and which I don't think he look like crap. He do look like crap. He don't look good to me. He's disgusting. His entry fee to everything, like, is his looks. You can have it all. Doing his hair and all this stuff, having all these babies, knowing good and well this man don't want you. He don't want you at all. He want what you got. Your car, your kids. That's it. And he'll do whatever for you to let you, make you happy, so I can go over here and do this too. You don't mind, do you? Okay, thank you. Just don't say nothing. Ugh.
July 2nd, 2023 at 15:46 hours, Jarvis sends a message to ZIYAH that says, can I get my dick sucked today?
Now, remember, BFF, remember you said, and I didn't hear it either, but I heard that it was said. He absolute man had her doing all that. Absolutely insane. And the sick piece of shit.
Sure, no problem.
Sure, no problem.
At 15:50, Jarvis replies, yeah, okay. At 15:53, Nazaya replies, I'm serious, you can. At 16:33, Nazaya sends, there's going to be some type of photo that would have been sent at this time. At 17:08, there's a reply from Jarvis where it says, liked an image. Then at 17:08, Jarvis says, I'm going to sneak in, okay? At 17:08,
can somebody let me know if a grown ass anybody can sneak in your house and you not know? A 13-year-old child. They didn't live in a mansion. How many floors did the house have?
Replies back, why? 17:08, he says, who is up? At 17:09, she replies, everybody. At 17:09, Jarvis sends some type of photo to Nazaya. Immediately after that, she replies, well, damn, I want to lay with you. Then at 17:10, from Nazaya, are you here already? At 17:12, Shan told the kids that you said you was on your way, so they know you coming. At 17:13, Nazaya sends, I want to see you. 17:21, Nazaya sends, so am I just giving you head or we fucking too? Because looking at that picture made me horny. At 17:22, Jarvis replies to her, you tell me. 17:22 and 29 seconds, she says, I want to fuck too. Immediately after that, she says, so can we? And then at 17:22, 49 seconds, Jarvis replies back to her, yep.
And were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Okay. And now, later in the day, on June 2nd, or I'm sorry, July 2nd, there's a set of messages there.
Yes. July 2nd, 2023, starting at 18:41 hours, she sends to Jarvis, I want to fuck. At 18:41, do you? 19:04, are you busy, yes or no? 20:06, she sends, text me when you're not on BS about fucking because you playing. At 20:15, she sends, all I'm trying to say, I just want your body on mine. At 20:34, she says, babe, where you at? 21:52, she sends, I'm trying to fuck. At 23:58, she sends, she's fitting to walk to the store. So now the date's changed to July 3rd.
That's so crazy. I'm talking about every little, any chance they got, she went to the store. Like,
and the hours are 00:42. She sends, before we go. At 00:42, 31 seconds, she sends, go upstairs in the bathroom. At 00:42, 48 seconds, Jarvis replies to her, why? At 00:42, 54 seconds, Nazaya replies back, just go. At 01:11 hours, Nazaya sends, we doing something or what? At 01:12, he replies to her, yep. At 01:23, she replies, I want to lay with you. At 01:30, he replies, I'm going upstairs. At 01:31, she sends, okay, Shan going up there too. At 01:31, she sends, I just want to chill with you. At 01:32, he sends back to her, is she? 01:32, and Nazaya replies, yes, you know she wants some dick. So she's going to follow you upstairs. And then at 01:43 hours, she sends him another picture. 01:43, he replies, not getting any. And then immediately after that, the message says, from him to her, this is your dick. At 01:44, Nazaya sends, I know it's mine. Give her some dick, so ask and shut up. At 01:44, give her some so she can shut up and leave you alone. She only acting like that because she's horny. At 01:48, Jarvis replies, I want to see you. Immediately after that, his next message is, while you in the shower.
man.
Then at 01:55, she sends him a photo.
I know.
It is now 0204 hours. He sends her a message that says, I don't want to give her no dick. At 2.
He just like, I mean, he just disgusts me, like make my skin crawl. I would love to put both of my hands around his damn neck. That's what I would love to do. Oh my God, I'm grown and wouldn't talk like that. My ears embarrassed. I'm telling you, this is what he taught her. Wait, who said that? The 13-year-old. But this is what he taught her. He groomed her to do everything that she's saying. That's how he talked to her. This is who she's learning from. And the females that's around her, obviously, for her to even say what she said. Give her some so she'll be quiet. She won't, you know she needs some and all this, like, and then I mean, it's just like they creeping around like they're teenagers and supposed to be doing this, and like the family don't know what's going on. It's just very hard for me to believe that they knew nothing. If you ever, now, one of the things that caught my attention is Shannon, when she said she did find out, because she actually sent him a text message. When the police, she said the police was coming to pick up her tablet, and she put it on the charger before they got there, and she looked at it and found some messages from him. And told him something like, I'm done and I see what it is or something. But her replies to him or messages to him didn't make enough sense to me. Like what she said to him, where was the outrage at? Like, it was almost like, oh, she just found out he was cheating on her with another woman, not that it was her missing niece. I don't know if we hear that or not in the stuff that I'm going to play, but
10 hours. These next set of messages are all from ZIYAH. It says, come back downstairs. Damn, you scared. At 0244 hours, she says, hurry up. I want you back. At 0250 hours, she says, come downstairs so I can sit on it real quick. At 0250.
Now this is him upstairs with the auntie at this point. You know, that's what I'm saying. He from one to the other in the same time, basically, but separate.
2 hours, she says, I promise it's not going to be long, just a few, but it's FRW up.
And then, I mean, from his sister, like, described her as little, or somebody had described her as being little and petite. Like, I think it was his sister. So it makes me wonder too, like, yeah, it just makes me think about him. The reason why you want to do this, could it be that it's a pinky size? You talking about hidden from the back and all this? We talking about a child. So yeah, could that have been one of his issues? I don't know. Little man syndrome. I mean, it's just disgusting to even talk about that and the people that he was doing this with all in one sentence. I don't know, man. This is sick. But I've heard of this happening, and the mother chooses the boyfriend over her own daughter. I've heard that happening. Know that it's going on, and you put out your own child and keep this sorry ass man.
And downs, please. Then immediately, or right after that, is 0253. She sends the same message, but it's spelled correctly. It says, I promise it's not going to be long, just a few up and downs.
And were all those messages deleted?
Yes.
Okay. Now moving to July 4th.
July 4th, 2023 at 15:43 hours, ZIYAH sends Jarvis a message
I
that says,
did. I'm up. Yeah.
in the shower right now. I'll text you when I get out. Jarvis then replies, hope you know that we fucking today. At 15:43 hours, she replies back, okay, fine with me.
Janelle is actually the aunt. Great.
I was waiting yesterday. At 16:20, she sends him a picture. At 16:20, she sends, "I'm out." At 16:56, a message is received to her. It's loved in image.
13.
16:56, she sends a message, "Are you busy?" It is now July 5th, 05:01 hours. She sends him a message that says, "You was right, it hit different outside."
And were those messages deleted?
Yes.
And moving to July 6th.
It hit different outside.
July 6, 2023 at 03:05 hours. ZIYAH sends to Jarvis, "Yes, I can tell when you come." 03:05 hours, why? Now at 03:20 hours, she sends him a message that says, "So doesn't that mean I'm pregnant?" At 03:21 hours, she sends him a message, "I don't know, so I'm asking you." At 03:33, Jarvis replies to ZIYAH, "No." 03:39, she replies back, "K." It now jumps to 13:10 hours, still on July 6th. She sends the letters GM. Then at 1400 hours, she sends, "I want to fuck." At 14:25, he replies, "How?" At 14:26, she says, "I don't know, you got work and I'm just horny." At 14:27, he replies,
So I don't know if they ever said how far along they thought that she was, but that was in July. So how far was she, I wonder? He unalived her January 9th. And I mean, yeah. Unless it's gonna be another text later on, like how many months was she? And they acting like they didn't know. Can somebody let me know if they ever said how many months they thought she may have been?
and sends her a message that says, "Where is your Nana?" At 14:45, she sends, "Upstairs getting ready." At 14:54, Jarvis sends to her, "She fitting to go?" Then at 14:57, he sends the message, "Hello." At 15:03, ZIYAH replies, "I don't know." The next message is, "Are you at work?" And at 15:07, ZIYAH sends, "I will let you know." At 15:08, she sends, "You might can slide if you're not so busy at work." At 15:08, Jarvis replies back to ZIYAH, "Yeah." At 15:08, he then sends, "I'm trying to slide." At 15:13, ZIYAH sends to Jarvis the word question. Then at 15:13, he replies back, "Yes." At 15:14, she sends, "Do you like your girls skinny?" At 15:14, he replies, "Why you ask that?" At 15:14, she replies, "Just asking." And then there's a couple of emojis.
Now I didn't catch the date, what date that was, and I ain't gonna take it back.
Must have been sent.
And were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Okay. And moving just a little later in the minutes on July 6th.
Oh,
Yeah, July 6, 15:35, ZIYAH sends, "I don't think she's going anywhere." At 15:37, Jarvis sends to ZIYAH, "That's messed up because I was gonna fuck the shit out of you." At 15:37, she sends, "I still want you to do it." At 15:40, she sends a message that says, So am I going to see you today on your break?" At 15:59, Jarvis replies, "How?"
So this dude taking breaks, going to get her. I mean, how he's sneaking in the house. Like, okay, so even if an adult leaves, the kids are still there. So you mean to tell me these kids was keeping this secret too for this long? Like not telling that he was in and out the house when they wasn't there? That's crazy.
At 16:01, ZIYAH sends, "Don't you supposed to be bringing me the money anyway, so I will see you?" 16:03, she says, "Unless you are going to go to the store and get me some pads and other personal things." 16:03,
Okay, so she talking about Pat, so I'm assuming she wasn't pregnant then. Yeah, I know that people were saying that he knew, but I don't know. I didn't hear all of his testimony, and I don't know. Did they prove that in court that he knew? I don't know how he wouldn't have known. Like, I mean, it's a shop. There's never a moment when you shouldn't be both people disappeared. There should never be a time when they're sitting inside of a car. Like, how do you not know? Like, but I don't know. Was that proven?
Some type of emojis that are sent.
You would think everybody
she
knew.
sends, I'm down to my last 3 pads. I would
July
ask Nana,
6th.
but I can't fit her big pads. I have a little pussy. They shit big. At 17:41, she sends a bunch of question marks with the letters WYA. 17:57, she sends, what do I supposed to do? What do I supposed to use? 17:57, she sends another set of question marks. At 18:08, Jarvis replies with the word, huh. At 18:10, ZIYAH says, I don't have any more pads. 18:10, I need to get some more and you plan. At 18:12, she sends, babe, please. And all of those messages were deleted.
Okay. And moving to July 7th.
July 7th, 2023 at 14:34 hours, ZIYAH sends a message that says, so what you on today? The next message at 14:35, she sends, you trying to fuck or what? At 14:37, Jarvis replies back, yes. 14:38, ZIYAH sends, I'm sorry. 14:38 again, she sends, but I hope to see you today. At 14:39, she sends, I didn't know if you were up last night, so I stopped calling and texting. And those messages were deleted.
And now moving to July 10th.
July 10th, 2023 at 16:41 hours. ZIYAH sends to Jarvis, you trying to get up in this today?
That's just crazy. I mean, so all of these messages, I'm wondering, did he show up for all of them? Like when they went to the store and meet me in the bathroom and you better not be in my room and all this stuff. Like, and I mean, the house is full. It's 7. What's her name? Shannon got 5 kids. It's 7 to 9 kids in the house at all times. How is this happening and nobody seeing nothing? Now I know I heard that the kids was keeping secrets, but how? Like these is his kids too, and I don't know what other kids. So I don't know when ZIYAH's birthday is either to say, but I do know that they said that this started in 2022, and I thought she was 12 then. So I'm not sure if she would have been 12. Wait, she was lost and turned 12 years. I mean, at 12 years old, he definitely needed electric chair, and it definitely started, from my understanding, in 2022 when she was 12 and before the auntie even moved in with the grandmother. So, and they said she was always with Shannon and this dude at her house. It was happening over there.
At 16:45, he replies, all the time. At 18:54, she sends, you eat lunch yet? Then immediately after, she sends some question marks. Now at 19:54, ZIYAH sends, yo, job so empty.
I want to take a break in this right quick and talk about some of the victims. So it says here the first victim, Butts allegedly assaulted, was now 20 years old on Highland Park. Assaulted a now 20-year-old Highland Park woman between April 2012, and April of 2014 at a residence in LaSalle Boulevard in Detroit. The victim would have been around 8 or 10 years old at the time of the assaults. Butts was charged with the following in connection with this assault: 1 count of first-degree criminal misconduct, sexual conduct, person under the age of 13, defendant 17 years or older. 3 counts of second-degree sexual assault conduct, person under 13, defendant 17 or older. Second victim, a now 13-year-old girl, was allegedly assaulted by Butts at a residence on Sprout Street in Detroit between July 2015 and July 2017. Now, who lived on Sprout Street? Was that where the grandmother lived? So he abused a 13, they said a now 13-year-old girl. But this actually happened between, man, that's sick. This bastard. It happened between July 15th, 2015 and July 2017. The victim would have been around 4 to 6 years old at the time. This might be the one that the father tried to take his head off. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is sick. And we do remember they said a 4-year-old, he was, gave him chlamydia. Gave the 4-year-old chlamydia. I mean, and this dude is still breathing. Butts was charged with second-degree criminal sexual misconduct, a person under 13, and defendant 17 years or older. ZIYAH is the third victim. Well, wait a minute. Oh, well, in this case, let's just say, in this case, because we got to remember that they still haven't found her body or whatever, but when they first arrested him, this was the stuff that I do believe that he was arrested under at first. But anyway, the third victim is ZIYAH, 13 years old, went missing January 9th. Wayne County prosecutor, hold on. So after getting off the school bus, Cornell Street, she got off the school bus on Cornwall Street and 3 Mile Drive, met with Butts the day she went missing, and went to Ypsilanti before returning back to Detroit, where Butts checked into a hotel. And they said that they found enough evidence worthy. The investigator, which I think that must be her, said that they found enough evidence that showed that Harris died, but a body has not been found. It's alleged that Harris was pregnant with Butts' child and was looking to get an abortion at the time of her disappearance. Butts and Harris had reportedly known each other, but because he was the father. Okay, so wait, the abuse of Harris reportedly began 2022 with the sexually explicit text messages that we're listening to. Text records allege that Butts knew she was pregnant and that he began searching online for abortion pill, abortion antifreeze, and all this stuff. He was tracked to the Rogue River in Detroit the day after her disappearance. He was tracked the day after at the Rogue River in Detroit, where the police later recovered the clothes she was last seen wearing. I believe she in the water. Authorities said there was damage in the clothing that could indicate a struggle. And so it was a lot of punctures in her hoodie of her sweatshirt. And it makes me believe that he put that hoodie over her head and did whatever he did, because they like to cover it up. But this dude didn't have no remorse, and he didn't give a damn about her or nobody that was in his presence. He didn't care about no one. Let me see something quick. We don't need all this commercial. Let me let this play while I check out something.
In 1955, she sends, I was just there. At 1959, Jarvis replies the letters I and K, or I know. At 1959, he sends, how you know. At 2014, Jarvis sends, what's up. 2039, Isaiah replies, I didn't want you to see me. 2039 hours, so I left. At 2040, Jarvis sends a message to Isaiah saying, who was with you? At 2040, she replies, nobody. 2040, again, 37 seconds, she says, you working late today? At 2040 hours, 38 seconds, Jarvis sends to her, so how did you get to my job? At 2040, 48 seconds, he then sends, no. 2040 and 58 seconds, and Isaiah replies, I walked up there. At 2041, Jarvis replies back to her, so walk now. At 2041, and Isaiah replies, I can't, Nana's back. At 2042, she sends, can you pull up today since you're not working late? 2042, she sends a couple question marks. Then he replies at 2042 and 29 seconds with the word yup, and those messages were deleted.
And moving on to July 11th.
July 11, 2023 at 18:43 hours, Isaiah sends to Jarvis, I want to fuck. At 1900 hours, he replies, when? At 2012 hours, she sends the three letters NVM, or never mind. At 2038, she sends, I took a shower. At 21:32, she sends, I be trying so hard not to think about you, but the dick too good not to think about you, and I miss you rubbing on my thigh. The date is now July 12th, and this is at 00:35 hours. She sends, we might go over Shan crib. At 02:55 hours, she sends, I'm fitting to hop in the shower. Call as soon as you get done doing whatever. I want you to tell me how you going to give me my dick for my B-day. Tell me nice and slow and sexy so I can play NVM, you know.
And were those deleted?
Yes.
Okay. And later on July 12th.
July 12th at 14:38 hours, Isaiah sends, good morning. Then at 16:47 hours, she sends, did I have panties on? At 16:47, Jarvis replies, no. At 16:50, Isaiah sends him some question marks. And then at 1700, she has a missed call from Jarvis's number. It says missed call. She still has him saved in here as Babe for life. At 19:18 hours, she sends, how did you know? At 23:09 hours, she sends, you busy? At 23:11 hours, there is an incoming missed call again from Jarvis's number, missed call from Babe for life. It's now July 13th, 01:44 hours. Isaiah has sent him a picture. Immediately after that, she sends a text that says shower pic, and then there's some emojis. At 01:49, she says, damn, no response. At 01:49, 21 seconds, she sends some type of emojis again, and all those messages were deleted.
And now moving to July 22nd.
Before we move on, Sergeant Jones, give you the moment of break.
I can go a little bit longer.
Okay, here we go.
Unless the court needs a break.
No,
Okay.
I'm making sure that she didn't do the break.
Okay. July 22nd, 2023 at 14:56 hours, ZIYAH sends, "Bae, I want to fuck." Then at 14:57, he replies, "Work." Immediately after that, he replies, "I do too." 14:57, ZIYAH replies, "No, you don't." 14:57, Jarvis replies, "I do." Immediately after that, Jarvis sends, "WYA." Or where are you at? 14:57, ZIYAH sends, "I'm at the crib." 14:57 hours and 57 seconds, Jarvis replies, "Come on." At 14:58, ZIYAH replies, "Shan and Nana went to Family Dollar." The next message says, "I can't, I wish I could." At 14:58, Jarvis replies, "How long are they going to be?" At 14:58, ZIYAH sends to him, "IDK," or "I don't know." The next message is, "I'm so horny." Then at 14:59, she sends, "I want a hug from you." At 15:01, Jarvis sends her a message that says, "I'm on my way," with the exclamation point. "I just got off the phone with Shan. They are at the bar shop." And
Were those
messages were deleted, yes.
And moving to July 24th.
July 24, 2023 at 03:24 hours, ZIYAH sends Jarvis a message that says, "Don't park in front." Immediately, Jarvis replies, "Why?" Then at 03:25, Jarvis sends, "You act like you're going to come outside." At 03:25, ZIYAH sends, "I can't, I have guests."
So don't park out front. So how often would he park outside and she would come outside? Where did everybody else in the house think that she was at? You know, kids don't miss nothing. I'm just so confused by all of this happening, and no adults know nothing. They all oblivious to it. Like, this is crazy to me.
03:25, she sends, "And people do watch and look at the house all night." At 03:26, she sends, "Just park down the street, please. Thank you."
Dude, I didn't even realize that we almost 2 hours in. I'm definitely not gonna be able to get all of this because I want to get to the other stuff.
3:26 hours, Jarvis replies to her, "Who?" ZIYAH then replies back, "People on the block." At 03:26, Jarvis replies, "Who is the guest?" At 03:26, ZIYAH says, "My girlfriend, Vari's girlfriend." 03:27, ZIYAH sends, "I took his bitch."
Y'all hear this? My girlfriend, Vari girlfriend. So I guess that's her brother, maybe. And then listen at his response. It's just ridiculous, man.
And at 03:27, Jarvis replies to her, "She is our bitch."
And then listening at her father's statements that he made on the Mark DeAndre show, he actually said that her mother was bi. Her mother is into females.
At 03:27, ZIYAH sends to Jarvis, "She 14, about to be 15. At 03:28, she sends, "Are you close?" At 03:28,
look at this bastard. Like, man, come on. I'm trying to understand, why is he positioned like that? You know how normally they sitting at the damn table? He should have been at the table, mask off, with the camera right in his damn face. It just really irritates me that they let him sit there and cower down there with that mask on, covering up his face the whole freaking time. That irritates my soul more than anything. Like, well, not more than anything, but the fact that we gotta be here, period. But look at this coward. Nothing but a bitch. I can't help but to say that. That's exactly what he is. They sitting up there hiding him.
Is she our bitch or no?
Only bitch I see is him.
0328, Isaiah replies, yes. Jarvis then replies to her and says, you fake. 0328, Isaiah says, how? She is our bitch. And 0329, she says, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you mad. 0330, Jarvis replies to her, she don't know about us, right? 0331, Jarvis then says, and is she trustworthy? And 0331, Isaiah replies, yes, she don't know about us. And 0356, she says, it's off. 0357, Jarvis replies, wrong light. And at 0357, she says, the letter K.
Were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Okay. And later in the day on July 24th.
July 24th at 12:22, Isaiah sends to Jarvis, fuck me then. At 12:22, he replies, huh? And at 12:23, he replies, I'm trying to. At 12:23, Isaiah sends to him, you said fuck me. At 12:23, she sends, so do so. 12:23, Jarvis replies, when? 12:23, Isaiah replies, trying to make time, going through my schedule, RN, for right now. 12:24, Isaiah sends, what time are you going to work? At 12:40, Jarvis replies, now. And now jumps to 21 hours, and Isaiah sends WYD for what you're doing. Then at 21:23, she sends, you free? With some question marks. We now jump to July 25th at 17:33 hours.
I'm done with these messages. It's just too much, too long, too many. And ain't nobody know a damn thing. I'm definitely not buying it. And so this is a good segue to the auntie, the cousins, or whoever. Is gonna be another lady. I think her name is Roxy. And she was actually in court too. She was one of them that spoke for the family. If I can find that, I'll pull it up. But let's listen to some of this interview. Shout out to Mark DeAndre, who got this interview this is from 10 months ago. We're gonna listen to some of this. I ain't gonna pull this one up.
So I'm just waiting on Kia. I'm about to call her. If she don't call me first. What's happening, Kenya? Kenya.
Yes.
What's going on, sister?
First and most, I want to say I don't mean no disrespect to my family, and let alone the person that's in custody family, because he has more. He's got 20 children out there, so I don't mean no disrespect to them because I know they're listening as well, right?
Well, yeah. So Jarvis is said to have 20 plus children, probably more than that.
What I will agree with Isaiah's father is that I would have never expected in a million years that my cousin would be involved in a situation like this, because she covered very well. And when I tell you, I would sit over there, kick it with her, never suspected anything. I mean, I done been rubbed the wrong way by some people that she had over there, and I asked her about it, but I would have never, ever, ever, ever in a million years would have thought that cousin was involved in this kind of a situation here, to where she didn't protect children.
So that's
what I will.
Go ahead.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
What I will say is that a cousin came to me and told me some things. I got some things verified by another child that I spoke to, so she verified the story. So once she verified this information, I then went on Facebook in September and posted about things that was going on over there at my cousin's house with the twins' children's father.
The twins meaning Shannon and her sister, because she is a twin. I didn't have I took the one picture out of here. This is the grandmother. I mean, that's the great aunt, but we not going to listen at that today. This is the father. So the father literally spoke right before this lady came on, which is why she addressed the father. We gonna keep listening.
I posted his picture, and my family is so blindsided that they didn't even see the big picture that I was posting. They was just upset that I was posting.
So the post is the post that you're talking about the one where, that I added to the screen yesterday where it says can't swim.
Oh no, sir. No, sir. That was in January. I started posting about this molestation stuff in September. That was going on over there. Y'all got a whole child molester over there. And I was going back and forth with the twins about it. Like, y'all got a whole child molester over there. What's going on? So this is a shock to just know that she knew about it. They all knew about it, covering up. They even had the children lie to the police about a situation and change their story so the children's mother wouldn't have to raise the kids on their own, and she was more worried about not having help with the kids.
What?
Him going to jail. And just recently, from what I understand, she's going back and forth with another female about him on Facebook, about who man he belonged to.
Now she talking about Shannon. I'm gonna just put that up. This is the auntie. This is the baby, his baby mama with the 5 kids, who was either 16 or 19 when he started dealing with her. And they at least 10, 11 years apart. He's older.
Who's the main chick for him?
Now, the crazy thing about that specific situation that you're talking about that involved the kids, I don't know if you care or if we even really need to get into the details of it, but that same exact situation was laid out to me by someone else whom is on what I want to say the other side of the wheel. Yeah, I'm confused. I want to say the other side of the family, but maybe not. But from somebody who we weren't in the same room with. Me and you and this person wasn't in the same room. So I'm hearing that same story from somebody else. And when you told it to me yesterday, right, when you were telling me the story, I kind of finished the story for you and I asked you, so how do I know this, right? Remember that part?
Right.
So it has to be some type of truth to it, is what I'm saying.
Right. There's a whole lot of truth to it. It's just sad to me that people will get more upset about exposing pedophiles than being upset about the children that are being damaged. And their careers and their life is being changed forever because grown adults are more protective of adults that are hurting children. And in my mind, when you do that, when you know this is going on, you need to go to prison just like that pedophile need to go to prison. They need to throw her under the jail and the 2 other ones under jail. All of them need to go.
I see a question in the comments that asks, why didn't you call the police in September?
Why didn't I call the police in September? It wasn't about me calling the police in September. It was about me establishing what was going on within that family because I don't go over there. So the information was fed to me, right? The information that was fed to me that I checked up on and confirmed. So that child, I asked her mother, well, what happened when you went to the police? And she said, well, the police did not press charges because the children was forced to change what they said had happened so he wouldn't go to jail. So I don't have no proof. I could just tell the story of what happened and how we got there.
Yeah, if the kids are not going to back it up. But now.
So this is a family member that is telling us that the kids is, they covering for the grandmother. I mean, like, they really don't want to cross the grandmother either, from my understanding, like, with anything.
That's what you told me, though. Now, you and this other person told me that I guess somebody asked the kids, did it really happen? And they said yes, and the reason why they lied or whatnot.
Yes, that they were being forced to change their story. So that individual wouldn't go to jail. So that mother would still have him around to help her with the 5 children that she had by him. So they forced them babies to change the story, so he wouldn't get in trouble.
So you say all of that to say that there's a track record of them knowing detrimental shit happening and them covering it up.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100.
See,
100%. When that little girl, my little cousin, confirmed what had happened with that grown man. Oh, so they over there covering stuff up, and then that's when I blew up and put it all on Facebook for everybody to know. They covering for sex offenders over there. So that's why I didn't go to the police, because if my cousin took her daughter to the police station and told them, and they said, well, Mel, we can't do nothing because these kids are saying it didn't happen. And you got to understand, my cousin is very stern. She is of my grandmother. She grew up with our parents. My grandmother had 9 kids, so she grew up within that realm. And she was one of them ironclad grandmothers, so some of my cousin's tactics come from her.
Man, I just don't know what to say about this. This is just...
So the grandmother had 9 kids.
It's a mess. It really is. This could have been prevented.
If you was to take a shot in the dark, right, and you was to, have your theory on where she is right now, or what happened to her, what is your theory, and what does your heart tell you happened?
Ooh wee. I don't know if I really want to answer that right now, because I want the best for ZIYAH. I want her to be alive. I want her to be well. But they had time enough to do whatever they needed to do. If they did do something, they had time to figure out what to do. They had that time. So I don't want to put that on my little cousin that she's not here any longer. But it seems that way. And it seems that they had enough time to do whatever they needed to do, and now she's gone. You know what I mean? So, for my family's sake, for my bloodline, I love all my peoples, but this right here could have been prevented if everybody would have opened their eyes, because a lot of my family members are still sleeping. Their eyes are not open at all. This situation didn't have to happen. But now that it has happened, maybe this will have other families rethinking how they are handling pedophiles, child molestation. Maybe this is what needed to happen to bring more awareness to our children being hurt by grown men and mothers and aunties hiding it and thinking it's okay, because it is not okay. It's not okay to keep passing this trauma down and down and down. It's not okay. It's not okay. This could have been prevented.
Yeah, it absolutely could have been prevented. I mean, just like every other situation that we see like this on the news, you know what I mean? And just like I said, yesterday to you, unfortunately, we all know that this is, I want to say probably not going to be the last, but we know it's not going to be the last one. You know what I mean? And
people got to wake up.
And part of the whole point of me being being so involved in this because I see the importance of exposing the corruption or the neglect in the system in regard to CPS, or even the family system, the family structure. When we know with so many things going on, and not in everybody's family, right? Now they know it doesn't happen in everybody's family, but we know in a lot of people's families, there's that uncle or that cousin or whatever, whoever. Sometimes that auntie, right? That that has inappropriate behavior around the kids. Keep the kids from around when Uncle Johnny come over, type shit. You know what I mean? So, as opposed to sweeping this stuff under the rug, right? We need to be proactive as opposed to reactive and wait.
So I'm sitting here looking at some old messages, like between him and a lady that he's talking to, Kenya. And I guess like when they were looking for Nazia or Naziah, they found another deceased body. Cause this guy, he was very involved. He's from Detroit as well, but he was like, this was back in February 20th of 2024. He said to kill all the rumors that's going on right now while the police were searching for ZIYAH in abandoned houses near Harper and Connor. There was a dead body found. It was a John Doe with a tether on his leg. So he had a ankle monitored. It was not Naziah. Just had to tell y'all that much. And then October 6th of 2024, Kenya, this lady that's talking, she said individuals who allow an adult to be sexual with a child are just as guilty. They participate as if they participated in child trafficking. Now, what she said 5 days ago about with the preliminary hearing and all of that, she said, how a net saying Jarvis wasn't in the house. He was in the house when I was over there. Then in Naziah's videos, he is in there in the house. Annette is the biggest liar of them all, she said. How the heck ZIYAH missing? That's not the first thing to do when notified she was not at home. How the heck Naziah missing? And that's not the first thing you do when notified she was not at home. Yep. People said, I wonder how the grandmother slept that night. Not 1/9/24, and didn't have a clue of where the baby was at. And they also lied and tried to make it seem like she run away all the time. And that was her very first time doing it. Or at least that's the way that the judge made it sound. She's like, and she has never done this before. But when Shannon talk on this one, she gonna say that she's never done this before. It was totally out of her character. We gonna get through this.
Tragedies happen to try to run around like chickens with our heads cut off, trying to figure out what happened and why it happened and what we can do to prevent it. When we all know and see the red flags in the beginning, and we give situations the benefit of the doubt as opposed to the consequence of the doubt. You know what I mean? And we end up suffering the consequences like we are right now.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point of me, like I said, just kind of involving my platform in this because I just seen a need. You know what I'm saying? Just like any other time where I see a void.
His audio kind of low compared to hers.
This conversation was needed. This situation, I don't know, it's heartbreaking. It's hard to even talk about, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, has to be talked about, has to be discussed. So, I mean, I don't know if it's what else more to say about it, you know what I mean? We need to find her, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? We need to get some resolve to this situation.
So the date on this is February 19th, 2024.
I hope, like you said, she's somewhere safe and turn up. It's crazy out here. No teenage girl need to be out here with people that it's not her. Yeah, just like I told the dad. Yeah, I was saying, just like I told the dad, I appreciate your time and your comments and sharing your thoughts and emotions on all this, because this is a wild one right here.
So the next one that's coming up, I forgot already what her name is, but she about to light into Shannon and get Shannon to come up there. I mean, get her to call in.
Yeah, and had he been a dad, and she's very, very smart. So had he been a dad, there's no telling who she could have been. Very smart, very sweet little girl. Always hugged her every time I saw her. Getting A's and B's in school. I never saw any fastness in her.
A's and B's in school.
None.
Now you heard her say she never seen no fastness in her.
But some things I've been hearing over the last year, I've heard some things.
Now, real quick before you go, because I'm seeing a reiterating statement.
I did, yep, in that video.
About people who feel like you are.
So the grandmother was allegedly locking the refrigerator. I did see a glimpse of a video where she was dancing, and you could see the chains at the bottom of the refrigerator. Yep, that's crazy.
Are a part of what failed her because you knew what was going on and you didn't do enough. You didn't call the police.
Well, I'm not a part of what failed her. I didn't fail her. All I did was put the story out there. I didn't even know that anything was happening between her and a grown man. I found that out just through hearing and watching. I didn't even know no part of that because I didn't even think that she was involved in anything like that because of how sweet and how smart she is and she go to school. She just didn't even seem like she was that kind of little girl. But I mean, when you got pedophiles around you and doing this and doing that, you change in a blink of an eye. So
exactly.
I knew nothing about that. Had I known something about that, I would have reported it. But again, we got other cousins in the family that's called police, that's called CPS on the situation. Now, CPS and the police kind of failed her.
Oh, that's right. There's gonna be another chick to get up there to blame this cousin. It's your fault. I don't really like when people do that because they sitting up here telling you that they did call and all of this stuff. There's only so much you can do if you report it and they choose to do nothing. At one point, the prosecutor asked Shannon if she was at the hotel on September 9th, and she said no. Sometimes I think Shannon was pretending to be nice via text message. I'm not sure what NAZ means. But yes, I do remember her asking her too, was she at the hotel? When she was showing her messages and saying, was this you? Was this you? I was wondering what messages was she showing her at that time. I was wondering if it was the messages, ZIYAH's messages to him.
Not me. Because had I known, I would have made that call too. But I didn't know.
Well, yeah, man, I ain't gonna stress you out about it because it's enough. It's stressful enough. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
This is Vanita. I'm calling from Michigan.
This is Vanita calling from Michigan. What you got to say, Vanita?
So I'm sitting here because I came in almost at the last minute. But, being in my field of work, I feel like this lady has something to hide as well. You can't pinpoint and say CPS failed her, and they have. Detroit police failed her. No, the family failed her. And even the fact that this lady is saying, well, no, I had nothing to do with it. I didn't fail her. If you knew about it, you should have reported it. You're quick enough to come on Facebook and talk about it. Why not report it to the authorities? So yes, you did fail her. I mean, she sounds too calm to me. I will be out nonstop, no sleep, no rest, no nothing for my baby. I have daughters. This hits close to home. This baby is out here, Lord knows where, praying that, she's found alive. But no one is taking it serious enough to get up and search. I mean, yeah, conduct the search. But as far as her family goes, there will be no rest. There will be nonstop, no sleep, no nothing. It will be all smoke, all gas, period, point blank. That baby needs to be found. And the entire family needs to be held accountable because they know more than what the fuck they're speaking on. That's all I got to say because I'm getting upset.
I hear you. I'm fired up too. You know what I mean? I've been on the roller coaster trying to keep my damn nerves straight myself over this motherfucking shit. I'm thinking about my bullshit ass shit, man. I don't even want to start, man. But yeah, I feel you. But I appreciate your call, sister. I appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's how she feels. And other people, do y'all feel the same way that everybody fault? I can tell you who failed her first. Her damn parents. Her father that was married. And her mother sleeping with her co-worker. Made a baby to give to her mother. That was it. The mother was happy to take her because that's what the mother do. That's how she make her money, allegedly. You can be a foster parent and get money just fostering your own kids if that's what you want to do. Yes, I agree 1,000%. Everyone needs to be held accountable. The ones that was in the house, those are the people. I can't blame the entire dang on family. Like, that's crazy. The entire family wasn't there. But the grandmother, the auntie who brought the dude into the house, the grandmother who, as a matter of fact, I must say, if Shannon was 16 or even 19 and living still at home and brought this dude around, then the grandmother knew. They all knew what they was dealing with, because he would have been a pedo even messing with her. 10 years apart ain't bad if you're 50 and 60. But if you a kid, if you 16 and 26, that's a dang on problem. And the mother would have known about that at the time. Like, I mean, wasn't her mother around when she was dating a dude? Or was they ever even dating? I don't know, But I don't blame whole families for something that ain't happening in their household. But I do put the blame on the auntie and the grandmother that was there and her damn parents that should have been there taking care of their own damn child. Then she would have never been in the situation looking for love and being abused.
See, somebody was calling right after that, and this must be them. What's going on? Caller, who is this, and where you calling from? Caller, you there?
I'm there.
Yeah, what's going on? Who's this? Where you calling from? Turn that phone down on the computer in the background so I don't hear that echo.
Okay, let me turn it down. Hold on. Or let me turn the vibe off.
I think this
Roxy.
I
can't turn it off.
Or not.
I am another cousin of the family.
Okay.
So everybody is on here trying to come for Kenya, saying that she didn't report it. We need to make it very clear. We are the extended family. We all know how that goes. Okay.
Hey,
the main
Joe.
family is, the mama,
how
the
you
sister,
doing?
the brother, the cousin. We are the extended family. Okay. Kenya doesn't have a problem saying anything and putting it on Facebook way back in September when she did. Now that Facebook has also put down her post because they reported it to take it down. The information was bought to Kenya because the person who bought the information to Kenya didn't have the balls enough to say anything, but Kenya did have the balls enough to say anything. Kenya put it on Facebook to expose it to everybody, but it was reported to CPS, to DPS 4 years, i.e. the caption that you put up saying 40 years of CPS. This has been going on, and that's how long they've been hiding this shit. So it has been reported to CPS. It has been reported to DPS by several people that it has happened to in the family and who knows about it. But she hid the shit so well that we wouldn't even have known. It's several people that's been around them, and like the daddy said, she presented herself to be a God-fearing woman to where you wouldn't have known any fucking thing.
You know why this resonates with me? And I'm just going to touch on my situation just so we can relate. And I'm not trying to make it about me in no way, form, or fashion. But, I just had a newborn son with a woman who I just found out has 10 plus CPS investigations.
Right.
So why the fuck am I struggling so hard to get my motherfucking son and shit? You know what I mean?
Everybody understand how come Kenya didn't say nothing. Kenya put it up on Facebook. She put his information on there that he was a sexual pedophile, registered active pedophile. She put on there when he got arrested that he got Shannon pregnant, that she got 5 kids by right now as we speak. And all of that. It has been reported. But when we around, the extended family is around, she covers that shit up. You would never think it. So it's been reported. It was reported by the
people to create a whole other person and present like that. People got it's beyond a mask. People have a whole bodysuit.
Right, but this is the thing. The person that's coming to Kenya about it is the one that needs to speak up because Kenya has been the one that's getting the backlash behind it. But the person that's bringing it to her, Kenya is only, she looks like she's the face of it, but she's really not. She's just bold enough to speak on it.
She's just the whistleblower. She's the whistleblower.
Right. So pretty much, the messenger, and she's getting the backlash of it. But the person that's bringing the information to her is the one who should really, come out and say something. And they're probably not going to, and no shade to them. But at the same time, Kenya is the one that's getting the backlash of it, and she really shouldn't. So now people looking at her crazy, talking about how come you didn't say nothing and you missed something.
Because I guess, right? Like if somebody was to say something, somebody was to call CPS or mention anything, you know, and they go over there and they are painting this picture that, you know what I'm saying, they're the Huxtables over there, you know,
right,
with no other, you know, indication. But then there's the breakdown in the system, right? Because if the grandmother lost her kids to CPS, then how does she even have?
Exactly. We had a brand new cousin that was in foster care that got found. She took her daughter over there for the first time. And her daughter came back and told her mama that the pedophile man that everybody is talking about approached her and told her and asked this little girl, I think she 11, 12, 13, somewhere around there, asked her to perform fellatio on him.
Y'all hear that? The little girl for the first time over there. That is what he did. And then she goes and tell, and they do nothing. Cover for him. So they knew. That part right there let me know that they knew. I mean, and before that, hell, if he spent 10 years in prison, they knew already. Like, come on. She said that Shannon was doing countdowns for this dude, waiting on him to come home from jail.
And she went there. That was her first time going over there. That was reported. What did CPS do? Nothing. What did DPS do? Nothing.
Y'all hearing her? They did report stuff. That got reported. And they did nothing because the kids covered. Now that's some real control right there. If you can get some kids to lie for you, and more than one kid too, all of that's some real stuff right there.
It has been reported.
Real control.
So the focal point of this is really the breakdown in the system, right? Because the family, like, because here's my thing, like, I'm a testament of this, and this is the reason why some of this hits so home with me, because I'm doing the same thing with no results, or you know what I'm saying? Relying on the system, you know, with somebody who painted themselves to be something completely different than
exactly. We're supposed to be able to rely. We're supposed to be able to rely on them. What the fuck we paying y'all taxes for? Y'all ain't even doing y'all goddamn job. But everybody want to jump on her, which is pissing me off, because the person that's bringing the information to her needs to go ahead and lay the shit on the floor and stop using Kenya to get the goddamn backlash of it all. He just put it out there because nobody else wanted to step up to the plate and say nothing about it. But she did. But it's been reported to CPS and DPS, and they ain't did shit about it at all. But now that ZIYAH is coming up missing, now shit hitting the fan. Now everybody want to scurry around and try and give Kenya the backlash of it and say, oh, you knew. No, she didn't know. Because if she was balls enough to put that shit on Facebook and address Annette by name, if she would have known, she probably would have whooped her goddamn ass right then and there and took all the kids up out the house if she would have known. Because that's just how she get down, straight up. She wouldn't allow no shit like that to happen. Not that one. She would have had a whole goddamn squad over there. So she did not know. But she did what she found out from somebody else, who is the source that's reporting shit, knew and know a whole lot more. That's who coming to her.
So y'all, right? You came in the door waving the flag of, hey, we are the extended family.
Yeah.
So there are people that are in the immediate family that are secretly giving us, right?
Yes, the people that's in the immediate family, that know what's going on right now, and that's been knowing what's going on for the past 40 years, is coming to Kenya and giving Kenya the information. And Kenya is the one that's putting it on Facebook to let it be known. She is talking to them. Now, I don't know if the police have contacted her or not. Probably not, because she don't necessarily have no, evidence to give on them. It's just what she's hearing from the immediate family source. My mama, well, that's out. She's just putting it out to everybody else in the family because don't nobody else in the family know about it. That's why she's putting it on Facebook, to make it aware. Hey, this is what's going on.
Right. Well, so people is looking at it like she's like
she's the one that right, exactly. Like she ain't saying nothing, but she's the one to speak up and put it out there. She don't know that none of this shit is going on. They coming to her and having her get the backlash of it all, because they the one motherfuckers that's hiding behind the curtain. Because they know that she don't give a damn about what nobody got to say, and she getting the backlash of it because they don't want to speak up about it. But them, the ones that's in the immediate family, is the ones that's bringing it to her, and she bringing it to everybody else's attention, like how you are doing, bringing it to everybody else's attention. they might as well say, oh, well, Mark got something to do with it. They'll say your ass knows something. No, you ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what the scenario is. It's not that she knew what was going on and she ain't reported and she ain't called the police and all of that shit like that. She bringing awareness to the situation. She's only seeing what's being brought to her and what she actually confirmed. And she's telling them, you need to go to the police. We've been telling them, go to the police and say something. The victims that it's been happening to, aside from the ZIYAH, they don't want to go to the goddamn police because they that goddamn scared. We telling them, this is the time. We have been telling them, this is the time. It don't matter how long ago it happened to you. This is the time for you to come forth and say it. It don't matter how long ago it was. It don't matter if you was a child. It don't matter if you was an adult. If it happened to you by one of these people, by Annette, by Shannon, by Marquita, i.e. Shannon and Marquita are the twins, if they did something to you, this is the time for you to speak up and say it. It doesn't matter how long it's been. Speak up and say something.
Man, and the rabbit hole gets deeper, man. What the fuck?
That's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, so this is a part of the family that ain't playing that. And when I say they all over Facebook from when it happened, putting them on blast. So they really wasn't a part of it. And then they got cut off afterwards, for telling and doing all of this stuff. Some people just like to keep secrets in families. What happened in this house, stay in this house. Don't let nobody know about your perv uncle or alleged uncle that abused all the damn kids and allowed to. The hell?
Yeah.
I guess you cleared that up pretty nice.
I had to. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it no more. I said not on that one. Not on that one. Y'all not gonna do it on that one. Sorry. Sorry.
Dig that. Well, I appreciate your clarification and your validation in the situation. What you say your name was? Something with a V.
Roxy.
Oh no, you're Roxy. That was the last caller. Well, yeah. We gonna keep it moving. So, like I said, open up the phone lines and see what everybody else got to say. I appreciate you calling in and chiming in on tonight.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Man, this one hell of a story, Andy, y'all. 313-723-0481. The call-in line is right there on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, man. Call and let me know how you feel about this.
She gonna call back. I'm trying to pull up a picture of her so y'all can see, but she's actually been on the news.
She said she ain't cleared up, but it didn't sound good. I would be outside the police station with my kid about the family like Malcolm, man. And that's I guess I mean, come on, y'all. Can I be sarcastic without saying that I'm being sarcastic? Like, come on, y'all. Don't throw me under the bus. Now here y'all go throwing me under the bus. What?
Reported. Why would anybody send their children to a house that you know that there has been a history of abuse of children for years? I don't care who that person is to the child you're sending over there. And what I don't understand is why nobody is answering real questions. Everybody's trying to cover up everybody. They're trying to be passive on the situation, and a child is missing.
Now, and I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to defend anybody, but to answer one of your questions as far as what I heard, right, there had been reports of the situation or the whole climate of what was going on in that house or that family. But when they go to investigate, if you know anything about CPS, all they're going to do is go and gauge the situation with their eyes, and if they don't see anything, then there's nothing to be reported for the most part. How far could the situation have been resolved if they are presenting one thing and sweeping all of the dirt under the rug? Because from what the last caller just said, they did report it. It was to the point where it was almost out of desperation from not getting results anywhere else. I know it wasn't said like that, but that's the way it sounded to me. After making the reports that they wasn't getting results today, you know what? I'm going to take to Facebook and make notice so the whole family and everybody else knows about this. You know what I mean? So just to, I guess, raise awareness. Got the same conversation she was just having. To raise awareness about it, no different than we are.
Now, I was looking at this picture like, is this really him? Because he looked like he owned some drugs, crack or something. Like, he looked a hot mess, way different from that picture. He looked like he aged about 10 years. But so this is the picture. Like when I showed it the other day, I didn't realize the lady in the black between the twins. This is the grandmother. This is the mama, and I'm guessing that's the other sister. I don't know her name. But I'm assuming that these are all sisters. But yeah, the one in the purple is him, his baby mama. And he look a hot mess in this plaid, too big jack. Just look unkept. What are you wearing here, sir? Looking stupid. Look at him. Definitely don't want her. She only around for the kids. That's sick. And this is Roxy right here. But I do believe she gonna come back. She is, because she gonna see, I think she end up seeing Shannon in a chat, and she lost her shit.
Bigger stage. You know what I mean, basically. But and I understand 100% everybody's frustration with this, because like all of us are. I would imagine that 99.9% of us are parents. All of us are parents. Probably have had of kids that age, if not have been that age. So it hit home with us. You know what I mean? So we were just imagining what we would do in that situation at the same time.
It really is. It's sad. I hope this baby is found safe, and I hope that everybody involved is dealt with.
Well, I appreciate your call, sister from California, and I can
Thank
feel
you so
your passion
much
in your voice on this one.
You all have a good evening.
You too, sister. Phone line is still open, 313-723-0481. I know a lot of y'all wanted to call in. Let me make sure that that's disturbed as off. And it is, because somebody's calling. What's going on? Damn, it is jumping right now. 313. What's going on, caller? Who is this? Where you calling from?
Hello.
Hello.
I promise you I ain't gonna tie your line up, but I have to call back because the cousin I made me mad. So.
Oh, who is this?
This is Bonita back from Michigan. Yes. Yes.
Oh, somebody made her mad. She talking fast. Let me slow her down a little bit.
Okay.
So, extended family, and I pray to God that he's listening to this because this is so serious. Extended family or not, y'all all should have said something, because immediate family, extended family, all y'all as well should have said something. Y'all are that baby's family. And to me, it sounds like if the cousin, well, Roxy, whatever her name was, if you knew that it was somebody telling Kenya whatever, okay, whoever this third party is, tell them to say something. I get it. They're scared. There's something called reassurance. If you let them know that their story or them telling what they know can help somebody else, I guarantee you it will help. It's so much shit going on with pedophiles and rape. I mean, it's just so much against these babies out here. I honestly feel like, and this is wholeheartedly, the entire family is fucked up. I don't care how they take this. At the end of the day, when you say that CPS failed somebody, let me tell you how CPS works. When CPS is involved in the case, yeah, you got some flocks that's out here that will come out to your house, question a child, ask you 2 questions, and get the fuck on, because I dealt with that just currently last year where I got custody of my niece because her mother tried to fucking kill her. And guess what happened? They left the other children in the home because...
See, she already triggered. She got her own story. So let me move this along the way.
They said this, that, the third. Fuck that. Where your supervisor at? Where's that supervisor? Hell, go to the president if you need. I got 2 kids. I got a 6-year-old daughter. My kids don't go nowhere. Family, none of that. Because at the end of the day, you could not trust nobody. I'm sorry, but people is nasty. They don't care who it is. It can be a newborn, baby. These guys don't give a fuck. And people be like, oh, age this, age that. No, ain't no age nothing. If they got a pussy, a nigga will try to fuck it. These niggas are nasty as hell.
Man. Ooh-wee. Yeah, this shit got everybody in their feelings, man, tonight about this shit, man. I appreciate your call. So, anything else you want to say?
No, besides I'm praying for the little girl, hopefully. So, everybody sit up there saying I'm hiding stuff, Kenya hiding stuff, and all this other stuff like that. Ain't nobody hiding stuff. We only being being told or speaking on what's being brought to us. That's the whole thing. And nobody stopped looking. We've been pressuring. We've been the only one that's been saying anything. I wish we could go back to the Facebook post that Kenya was posting that Facebook took down. It's been talked about. We've been talking about this man being a pedophile. It's been talked about. We never took our foot off the gas. But because Kenya is the one that's always got something to say, don't nobody want to believe Kenya. But now that the shit that blew up on the fan, now Kenya might be a little right. We never stopped. We never stopped putting our foot on the gas. We've been reporting it. We've been saying that this man is a pedophile. We've been putting Shannon on blast that she having this man as her baby daddy.
So now that you're back on the line,
when he got out of jail, and she was 16 and got pregnant by him. We brought attention to that.
Hey Roxy, so let me ask you this. I mean, as the person that you responded to said something along the lines of, you make CPS reports, they go through this procedure and that procedure or whatnot. So when y'all actually made the reports, what was the results? What happened when they did they investigate?
Nothing happened, Mark. I'm telling you, nothing happened. We just reported another instance that happened not too long ago with the little cousin that went over there. Now, I don't know. It's probably about 6 months ago, maybe a little bit more than that. I'm not quite for sure because, again, I'm only being told the information from somebody else. The little girl went over there. She went over there. The man approached her for fellatio. The girl went back to her mama, told her mama. Her mama went to the police. They did nothing.
So what do you do then? That's crazy to me. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. But I don't doubt it at all. It's like you gotta catch them in an act. You gotta have a picture of what actually happened or something. They don't listen to these kids right away.
Nothing. We the ones that's getting the backlash. We ain't never took our foot off the pedal.
This is the situation where they did nothing because allegedly they convinced the kids to lie to the police and said that they didn't really say that. Or
exactly.
They said that
if we don't have solid evidence to stand on, we can only just say what's being told. But if we really don't know what's going on, we only going off of hearsay with somebody else. Like, what y'all want us to do? We've been out there looking. It's other people down there. We putting up flyers. They taking down the flyers. We've been putting in the work. We ain't.
Now that's crazy. This ain't the first time I've heard people taking down flyers that people was putting up. I heard that about the boys. I've heard that about other cases too.
Not on this side.
And that was another thing that I heard too. What you just said, y'all been putting up flyers and somebody.
Yeah, they've been taking that shit down. We've been putting in the work, and we not sitting on our asses. We've been putting in the work for. It's the immediate family that ain't been doing shit.
If you would take a shot in the dark and say who do you think would possibly be taking down the flyers and why?
I think that it's the twins and that taking down the flyers because I think that they got something to do with it and they got something to hide. I.e., that's why Annette was on that goddamn TV conference that everybody saw and she ain't showed no remorse. She ain't even speak out to ZIYAH and say, ZIYAH, come home. We miss you. She's talking about whoever got him or whoever got her, and all this other stuff like that. She ain't show no remorse, no crying, no nothing like that. And then the auntie, who was also in her care that's standing next to her with the glasses, she ain't have shit to say. And then when you called her, she declined the call. How was your niece missing and you declining calls and you declining interviews and you don't want to go on TV and say nothing about your granddaughter and about your niece?
Who are the twins?
How?
Who are the twins, Roxy?
Shannon and Marquita. Shannon is in here right now. Shannon watching. She ain't saying nothing. And that's the one who she living with. This is the pedophile baby mama that's in here, and she ain't saying nothing. And I tagged her, and she still ain't say nothing. She the one that is her baby daddy that she bought around, that she had around ZIYAH and all them other kids that's over there. When we found out that he was a pedophile, that's when we put it on blast. When we found out that he was approaching them kids, we put it on blast. We told them to go to the police. We only know what they telling us. They gonna ask us, what evidence do you have to stand on? We only know what people coming to us and telling us. We've been putting it out there. It's the immediate family that ain't saying shit. We never stop. We never stop. We've been saying something about this nigga being a motherfucking pedophile. The nigga was a pedophile when he went into jail for fucking a 13-year-old, and then he got out and fucked my cousin, and she was 16 years old when he got her pregnant.
Y'all hear that? I told y'all that's what the cousin said. She was 16,
and her dumb ass turned around and had 5 kids by him. And a brand new baby that's probably 6 months or a year old or something like that. 5 kids. She was just on Facebook the other day talking about a 100-day countdown. How you backing this nigga up and he a pedophile and he got something and he approaching your niece and your kids and shit? We never took our foot off the gas. Never.
That's
they
crazy.
Did. We did not. The extended family did not.
Please hit the thumbs up, y'all.
We've been out looking for her. They taking the shit down. Now all of a sudden she might be deceased. I pray to God that she not. But they been the motherfuckers hiding something. Shannon won't even get on here and say nothing, but she on here looking. And her brother. They've been doing this shit to everybody, whoever kid's been over there. That's why the extended family don't fuck with them like that for real. And when we did start hearing about it and found out that her baby daddy was a pedophile, that's when Kenya stopped fucking with her, and that's when she started putting the shit on Facebook to let it be known. But it has been reported. Because he ain't even supposed to be around kids, period. That shit been reported. And what DBS do? Nothing.
And then it's like everything is working in this dude's favor because he's not supposed to be around kids, and he wasn't on the registry. Like, he wasn't reporting, and they didn't know he wasn't reporting. Like, how did he skate like that?
They just went over there. They found a nigga over there and told him, "Oh, you gotta leave." What you mean? Y'all need to arrest this nigga. He ain't even supposed to be around kids. You just gonna tell him he gotta leave? And that's it.
So, people are asking the questions in the comments. No, Shannon is not the missing girl's mother. Shannon is who? The daughter of the grandmother.
Shannon is the grandmother's daughter. That's what everybody keeps asking who the twins is. That's one of the twins. That's the one that was on the news standing next to Annette with the sunglasses on.
Annette is in the black. This the grandmother.
And she ain't here right now and still ain't got nothing to say.
Oh, well.
She gonna call in, yeah, in a minute.
Well,
this the father.
She just said, "I'm here and listen."
We listened to him the last time.
I bet she is. But you ain't saying nothing about your motherfucking baby daddy doing something to this girl. You ain't got nothing to say. Say something. I mean, it's your motherfucking niece.
I would reserve.
How you in here watching and you ain't saying shit, and this your motherfucking niece that's missing and she was in your care. Her mama and her daddy left her and your grandma to you and your grandma care, and you in here, you ain't saying shit. You ain't even fucking defending her or nothing. You ain't said, "I love you, I miss you, come home," nothing, but you ain't here motherfucking watching.
That's Roxy right there in the middle that's talking right now.
And the family left her in your motherfucking hands. And your ass in here watching. Like you said earlier, all this shit getting on your nerves, right? How your niece missing getting on your nerves, bitch?
Hey, sound like some stand-up family to me.
For Shannon to call in, I don't know how I would be able to sift through all of the calls to get to her, man. But I would love for that to happen if it's possible.
Yeah, please do. Say something. Shannon, since you in here watching and commenting, shit. The fuck you got to say? This your motherfucking niece, nigga. I'm in here watching. The fuck? You should have been watching your motherfucking niece. But I guess she was busy watching her motherfucking pedophile ass baby daddy fuck my niece. Or fuck my cousin. That's what the fuck she was watching.
Ooh.
Well, like I said, Shannon, if you care, if you want to call in, just put in the comments. Just put in the comments. I'll call, and hopefully everybody let the phone line breathe a little bit for you to call.
See, these dudes know what they be doing. They know what they're looking for. They're looking for women. They gonna go to where it ain't no men at. And this girl, ZIYAH's father wasn't around, and he's since passed away. He wasn't ever a part of her life. Her mother wasn't a part of her life. They just decided as co-workers to sleep together, make a baby, and give it to the grandmother to raise. And we see what ended up happening. I mean, this is a generational, deep-rooted curse they got going on in this family. And everybody know about it.
And if you want to text the call-in number that you see on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen.
May he rest in peace. He's gone.
Right? So we can get straight to you if you want to speak. I mean, because there's a lot of people on the call. I got it on do not disturb right now, so people can't get through. While the
She
sister's
gonna
talking,
call in.
Happen. I mean, because you know her. I mean, I don't know. Did they say you were the last one to see her that day or whatnot? Let me.
Hold on.
And yes, they have been taking it out, and we've been putting it back up. So therefore, gotta leave. What you mean? Y'all need to arrest this nigga. He ain't even supposed to be around kids.
All of the calls to get to her, man, but I would love for that to happen if it's possible.
Yeah, please do. Say something. Shannon, since you in here watching and commenting.
Hold on, I'll get this in a minute.
All right, in a minute.
All right.
Yeah. So, turn do not disturb off, and like I said, Shannon, if you want to call in, let me know. Mark Devin is saying that he is with Shannon now. Who is Devin? I don't know who Devin is. The phone line is ringing.
Here she go.
Caller, what's happening? Who is this and where you calling from?
This is Shannon from Detroit.
Shannon, what's going on?
Yes.
So you, I don't know how long you've been tuned in, but I'm sure you heard at least the last two callers, and you know the climate of everything. So what is it that you got to say about all of this?
Well, first off, we have, my entire family have been posting flyers, not just on the motherfucking internet. We've been going to stores everywhere, posted. And yes, they have been taking it out, and we've been putting it back up. So, therefore, y'all don't go, y'all don't even do shit. First of all, whatever Jarvis did, that was him, not on me, at all.
I don't agree with that. She said whatever he did, it was on her, not her. It was on him, not her. I think it was on both of them because she should have never brought him into the household. The mother should have never allowed it. If now she's gonna say that she was 19, but y'all heard Roxy say that she was 16. And if she was 16 dealing with a 26-year-old man, then her mother is out of pocket for that. Even if she was 19 dealing with a 29-year-old man, that wouldn't have flew in my damn house. You're going to have to get out for that. Because he too damn grown, and I always wonder what a grown-ass man want with a teenager. You know what they want? Because they don't have anything. They can't, I mean, they don't want a grown woman anyway. They want kids, which is a problem. Their mentality is like a child, you know, even if they ain't a pedophile. Like, So she should have never had that dude around knowing his history. Oh, you think just because it's you that he not gonna do it to you and your family? He's gonna do it over and over. These people don't change. They don't.
At all. And yes, that might be my child's father. Yes, I do got 5 kids. Yes, my youngest is 1. Damn sure not desperate. And first of all, Rock, don't ever call me a bitch. Because I'm not one. And secondly, I have been doing my part of looking for my niece. So don't ever discredit me at all, bitch.
Now that voice she changed to sounded like a man. Woo, she meant that one.
All we need to do is know the first question is, where's my niece? Where can we find her? That's what we should be doing. Looking like we have. So therefore, anything other than finding my niece is irrelevant. That's all I need to know and need to find is my niece. And yes, the bus stop is right on the corner. She can get off the bus and we can see her from the corner. She's 13 years old. A lot of these kids catch the bus, the school bus, and get dropped off at a pickup stop. I mean, they drop off and pickup stop every day. Her same routine.
Okay, now, I know you revved up right now. You know what I'm saying? Your name is, in the centerpiece of a lot of shit right now, right? But like I got just a couple of questions on the tip of my mind for you, sister, as far as just and I know that at the end of the day, in the beginning of the day, we all about finding the veil. That's the point of everything, right? But just I guess just to get to know you a little bit. I mean, in the whole situation. Now, you said in the beginning, whatever Jarvis did is what you said. Whatever he did, he did. How did you say that?
I said whatever he did, that was on him. Those are my correct words.
Okay, that was on him. I was just trying to clear that up. But okay, so with that being said, apparently this man has had a history of this. Like, so did you know about him being on the sex offenders list, or any kind of activity about that? Like, had you even heard of anything like that before out of him?
When I met him, when I was 19, he did tell me his background. He did.
See, now notice she said when I met him when I was 19, she said that he did tell her his background.
His background. Out it out. He gave me the decision. If I wanted to pursue a relationship.
So, given that his background was sex offender involving a child, right? And you still made the decision to talk to him?
1, I was 19, and 2, if society can give you a second chance, why can't someone else give you a second chance as well?
No. I am so sorry. Everybody don't deserve a second chance because you're putting your family, your kids at risk. That's why. You don't trust a creep like this that had to do 10 years behind bars just to come out and do the same thing. I'm talking about having his own children, making them, just to do this to his own kids. And I'm assuming this same kid is her kid too. I'm assuming.
somebody told me that he had got married recently. You know something about that? He got, I don't know if it was last year or something. He was supposed to bought a chick a ring or got married or something. Because then you said you had a 1-year-old by him, or that's your youngest baby is by him, right?
All my children is by him.
So did he get, or because I'm just getting what I'm told, right? Did he get married recently or sometime recently?
Pardon?
I said, did he get married like recently, sometime like within the last couple of years or something, or before the baby was your last baby?
She said, "Pardon me," like she ain't hear him ask all them dang questions. She don't want to answer it, really.
Not married.
Y'all noticed with this preliminary hearing, a woman was claiming to be his fiance. Fiance, girlfriends, baby mama, kids, hide every damn body.
There's so much mess, like I said, going back and forth. I'm hearing that, like, I don't know, he was with you and cheated on you, got married and had another baby by somebody else, and then got you pregnant again. So I'm just trying to clarify to see exactly what type of person he is, or what type of person we talking about right here. What did you say?
And this is all these questions is irrelevant besides us trying to find my niece.
Okay.
That's a good way to not answer.
Well, I guess what you just wanted to call in and clear up what Roxy was talking about?
No, if you have any questions for me.
I mean, I kind of asked you just one, and you said it was irrelevant. So I mean,
Exactly. I heard the judge say that it was possibly boys too. You know, possibly. I didn't hear that was proven, but people like him, I mean, they doing like he's doing this. There's no telling it. If he's like this, I'm assuming that something happened to him when he was a kid, and it could have been another man that did it. You know, yeah, I don't doubt it. When you like this, like it ain't nothing that can satisfy this dude. How? I mean, you all over the place. All of these women. And this man, please. I don't believe he could please all these women. These ain't no little girls either. Maybe that's why he wanted one. Look, he so different from. So really, he got these big girls that he ain't really attracted to these big girls. I don't believe. He attracted to what they can do for him. That's what he's attracted to. The ones that will ignore the things that he's doing. These are the ones that are likely to do that. The desperate mammies. They're more likely to act like they don't see what's going on. Because they just happy to have you in their presence. And look at him. A coward. Mask put up to his freaking eyebrows. And they let him do it. So frustrating. We should have been able to see his face, his expressions. He should have been right there at the table. Instead of peeping from behind this damn mask. But somebody touched him up. I'm telling you. You can even tell just by how he's standing here. This dude is in pain. I wish they would have let that man get a hold of him.
I know this is a whole emotional thing. I mean, it's emotional for all of us, and I don't want you to feel like I'm attacking you by no means. But I'm questioning everybody like I have the questions that I've had listening to the story.
You're right, but at the end of the day,
I agree, Chris.
Asking is irrelevant to finding my niece.
Okay, so I mean, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this then. I'll just like I asked everybody else. If you could give a shot in the dark, where do you think she is at right now? What do you think happened? What do you think the situation is?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know.
has a definite answer. I'm just saying, like, in your heart, what do you think happened? I mean, because you know her. I mean, I don't know. Did they say you were the last one to see her that day or whatnot? I mean, you know her, so I mean, you know her friends, people she hang with, what she do on the regular. You said you know her regular routine, so I mean.
Yeah, her regular routine is you go to school, she stay for after school, and then she come home. That's her daily routine. She goes to school, come home.
Now, I heard that they had taken her out of that after school program. The grandmother did, because she had got into it with some other girl in the program or something. So she wasn't even doing that after school program, and she should have been home right after 3. Bus stop 5 minutes away, maybe coming through the door 3:05 or something like that, they said. And they wasn't alarmed. She gonna say here she ain't never did this, and y'all wasn't alarmed. The father says she never came out the house. This woman talking right here, she ain't never. The father came over there helping, looking for her, fresh out the hospital from his congested heart failure or whatever. Wasn't even supposed to be walking. He was out there. He said they never even came out the house. So how worried were you?
Or any extracurricular activity. Then she stay at school, but other than that, she comes home. That's it.
All right, and I mean, you ain't got no kind of theory. I mean, everybody else that I asked gave some type of conclusion of what they thought may have happened.
Oh, so she won't even. Now he just made a valid point. He's like, everybody else I asked this question can come up with some theory that they think might have happened. She don't even want to stab at it. Wonder why.
You ain't got nothing, huh?
I don't want to think that way, that something's happened to my niece, because I don't want to put that in my mind.
I don't mean conclusion as in end. I mean, as far as a scenario in which where she's somewhere where y'all can't find her right now. Seeing is that she had, I guess some type of a, she had friends. I'll just say it like that.
All I know is her friends are just saying, and that's I'm just going based on what her friends saying, that she ran away. She told her kids. She told her friends.
Now I thought that was odd. That she actually said that. She said she accidentally said she told her kids. Now, at the time that she said it, it wouldn't have been, nobody would have thought anything necessarily. But she literally told her kids, talking about ZIYAH. And then she corrected herself. So did they know she was pregnant or not? Because was that a slip up or just a coincidence? We don't believe in coincidence. Welcome in, Talina. I have no problem telling a parent not to neglect their children, to not let them know you can't do anything for them, because that's how pedos prey. Neglect. Exactly. And he knew it wasn't no men around there, bunch of big, desperate women, possibly, But yeah, she sure did just say that. Her kid.
She was leaving. She was saying goodbye. She was happy. And that's it. And that's it. Like, that's it. We asked our friends. We asked people. We asked everyone.
Another baby by somebody else and then got you pregnant again. So I'm just trying to clarify to see exactly what type of person he is or what type of person we talking about right here. What did you say?
And this is all these questions is irrelevant besides us trying to find my niece.
Okay. Well, I guess what you just wanted to call in to clear up what Roxy was talking about?
No, if you have any questions for me.
I mean, I kind of asked you just one, and you said it was irrelevant. So I mean, But I don't want to. And like I said, I know this is a whole emotional thing. I mean, it's emotional for all of us, and I don't want you to feel like I'm attacking you by no means. But I'm questioning everybody like I have the questions that I've had listening to the story.
You're right, but at the end of the day, the questions that you're asking is irrelevant to finding my need.
Okay, so I mean, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, then. I'll just like I ask everybody else. If you could give a shot in the dark, where do you think she is at right now? What do you think happened? What do you think the situation is?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know. So I can't answer anything that I don't know, because I don't know. I don't have the answer.
Yeah, I mean, I know nobody has a definite answer. I'm just saying, like, in your heart, what do you think happened? I mean, because you know her. I mean, I don't know. Did they say you were the last one to see her that day or whatnot? I mean, you know her, so I mean, you know her friends, people she hang with, what she do on the regular. You said you know her regular routine, so I mean.
Yeah, her regular routine is you go to school, she stay first after school, and then she come home. That's her daily routine. She go to school, come home, or any extracurricular activities. Then she stay at school, but other than that, she comes home. That's it.
All right, and I mean, you ain't got no kind of fear. I mean, everybody else that I asked gave some type of conclusion of what they thought may have happened, but you ain't got nothing, huh?
I don't want to think that way.
I know people say that, but I say to be honest sometimes, and it don't mean nothing. So I think it's just something that people say. I mean, at least I know it's just something that I say. And people be like, well, never trust a person that say to be honest, or trust me when I say that, trust me, believe me. Never trust people that say that, but I don't know if I agree, only because I say it.
I don't want to put that in my mind.
I don't mean conclusion as in end. I mean as far as a scenario in which where she's somewhere where y'all can't find her right now. Seeing is that she had, I guess some type of a, she had friends. I'll just say it like that.
All I know is her friends are just saying, and that's I'm just going based on what her friends saying, that she ran away. She told her kids. She told her friend.
See, I just wanted to bring that back. Her kids. She told her kids. I mean, she told her friends.
That she was leaving. She was saying goodbye. She was happy. And that's it. And that's it. Like, that's it. We asked our friends.
And it's just funny too that she said that she told her friends goodbye, that she was happy and she was leaving, and literally this was the last picture that she took, and she literally was waving goodbye or hello in that picture. And she looked happy.
Ask people. We ask everyone. We don't know. Don't know. And that's what we are trying to figure out.
The twins, the grandmother, and Jarvis.
Because I don't know. Where she could be inside this neighborhood, and I don't know. And we've been looking every day.
Why don't you know?
Every day.
Is the question.
They don't think that this is in the pit of my stomach of not knowing where my niece is. She's 13. I pray to God every day.
Did she ever have a history of running away, leaving the house?
No, never ran away.
For a period of time?
Never ran away, y'all.
No, she never ran away, never went nowhere. Like my mom, yeah, she is strict. My mom's running a tight ship, 10 by 10. You in school, you do what you're supposed to do.
If her mother ran a tight ship, how did she miss all this? You see what I'm saying? Your ship wasn't tight unless it really was tight. And y'all need to tell us some more.
Come home. And then you get ready for the next day.
A tight ship mean that everything is in its place at the right time that it's supposed to be there. Like, I mean, having a tight ship is knowing who coming and going in your house, even who texting, who doing what, who moving. You supposed to know all that. She got the refrigerator chained up. She definitely know who getting a sandwich or not up out of there. I'm telling you, a lot of people must have had the key. Everybody had the key except for the kids. Looked like the key got away.
Yes, I want money.
I can agree with you. Want her to come home safe. It's just so many loops and turnstiles to this story. I just don't know what to say. But I mean, if it's anything else that you want anybody else to know about this whole situation, you got the floor, Shannon.
But that's the thing. What the police know and what the news know is what we know. And that's it. We don't know anything.
They should know everything though, because they was there. What the news know, but they was in the household with her and all of this stuff happening, and it take the news to tell you what's happening in your house. When she say it like that, the news need to know what's going on in your house. They know more about what's going on than you do. That's crazy.
If the police ask me today to give up my phone, I will willingly.
Now, you know a sister by the name of Tamara Liberty Smith? She's the police commissioner in District 1, I believe.
No.
You don't know Tamara Liberty? Well, she said that she spoke with you and your mother, and she said that y'all said, okay, well, we're not gonna lie, she has left before.
No, we never talked to anyone besides the police. That's it.
All right, I'm just reading some of the comments.
And you know, something that I'm noticing.
All right, like at the end of the day,
no
like
emotion.
she found safe. I hope we bring her home.
I mean, not sad or anything. Now, this was February of 2024. She went missing this February 19th of 2024. She went missing January 9th of 2024. And if she was gonna cry, you would think it would have been then, but they seemed pretty cool, pretty chill, like no emotion.
And I hope this situation raised enough awareness around the city for people to hold people in their family accountable and give them the consequence of the doubt as opposed to the benefit. We're gonna clear this line up, all right, sister?
All right.
Okay.
Well, there it is. I definitely wanted to get all of that on there. If anybody want to call in and give your opinion about this, I can take some calls. But y'all please smack the thumbs up if y'all have not. But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens in the trial. I mean, I know that there's gonna be a lot of stuff that come out in this. A lot came out in that preliminary hearing. But it'll be interesting to see if any charges can be brought on anybody else. Like, are they gonna even investigate that? I wonder. I mean, I would think that if they were, they would have did that already. I mean, it seems like they didn't have no evidence, like, because the judge had her opinion about it, about the situation, but she didn't say if she knew for a fact that it was actually going on. She just said that she questioned the grandmother's testimony, basically. Questioned that they didn't know. Yes, sir, that is the biggest problem. The men in the family should be all over this. Where are the men of the family? It don't sound like it's any around. No empathy from them at all. No tears, no nothing. Like, I mean, I heard somebody crying at one point in the court saying, just tell us where she at, Jarvis. Tell us where she at. Like, man, I believe he put her in that water. I mean, it ain't nowhere else for her to be. And then, but where was the crime scene? If he was at a hotel, it could have happened in the hotel. But then he would have had to carry her out. I think he may have took her by the water and did it. But he got to be one sick bastard. And you know the other case that I was talking about, Ayanna Sawyer and Jonathan Kules. They never found her body, I don't think. I don't think. Let's see what y'all saying. You get a PI or someone I trust to do your own investigation. Shoot, it seemed like, I mean, they passed that. We at trial now. But you mean as far as on the family themselves? And when they went through those cell phones, though, they would have known from that if the grandmother and the aunt knew anything. Unless, like I said, it was an unsaid thing. If you know this dude did 10 years in prison for messing with 13-year-olds kids, why would you send your daughter and your niece to go clean up a shop for this man? That's that part right there. You knew that. I mean, it's not like they didn't know his history. Once a pedo, always one. They don't change. They can't. It need to be cut off. That's the only thing that's going to change it. And even then, they probably will still have an urge. It's a sickness that can't nobody heal. Never trust somebody that got that kind of, man, come on. You can't be that stupid to think a person will ever change that got that going on in their life. And I just wondered, like, when I was listening at his sister's testimony, she seemed quite disgusted, but I wondered what happened to him. Because I do believe that in most cases, if not all, they've been touched. But it damn sure ain't no excuse, because you know what it did to you. And you know what it does to anybody. So, I mean, come on. You shouldn't want to turn into the person, the same thing that hurt you, if that was the case with him. I don't know. But justice for ZIYAH. And I hope they find her, but I'm not feeling confident. Because you would have thought she would have turned up. But look, like thinking about Sade Robinson. They found pieces of her, but they never did find her head. And I believe that he put her in the water. That's why he took her down there. You would have thought that she would have floated up by now, though. I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? Where do y'all think she might be? Her sister was the only one who showed emotion. Oh, the twin sister? Or you talking about I'm not sure. Oh, his sister. Yes. Look, I'm sitting up here reading. Yes, his sister definitely did show emotion. She was messed up behind it. But I bet you she knew what type of brother she had. I mean, he did 10 years. Everybody knew. So when you see, she said she kept seeing a little girl getting in and out the car, going to the store. Then she seen her going into the store. She was behind her going into the store. But it sounded like they didn't talk. The little girl had on a Rugrats jacket. The edition with all the characters on it. That's what she had on the bus. Just... Anyway, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and end it. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. It's okay that y'all didn't call in, but we got through that. And we definitely going to be following the case. If the grandmother would have immediately called the police, the baby may be alive. ZIYAH was still alive at or around 6 on January 9th, 2024 at the shop. Yep. With the pedo. Yes, and I heard that he didn't go to that water till around 11 something that night. But I don't know, man. They didn't even bother to look for the girl. I don't know what... I mean, explain that. Explain why y'all waited till the next day. Y'all heard Shannon say that she called her, talked to her mother and asked her mother, I'll do it up tomorrow or something. Like, what? So just leave her out there all night? And she was texting with this dude at the same time. Talking about no ZIYAH. Like, anyway, just sick. The children are the least protected, man. This little girl didn't have a chance. It is heartbreaking. Because people that know that they ain't gonna take care of their kids, they had the most damn kids for somebody else to take care of. And the only person that suffer is the kid. So justice for ZIYAH. And I will see y'all in the next video. We're going to get up out of here. This is the second live stream of the day. If y'all didn't check out my live stream from earlier, please do. As a matter of fact, I talked about this case already, so check that out. I'm going to link that one to this video. But I will see y'all in the next one. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. For sharing. For sharing. For sharing. Thank you. And as far as this dude, I'm sure it looked like somebody already got a hold of him. But he exactly where he need to be.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
All right, y'all. We gonna get up out of here. Peace and love, y'all. We out.